I'm talking. I did not realize my. I am muted. Can anyone hear me? Hello, Kuya Brett. Oh no. Wait. Guest. Wait, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to. Kuya Brett, how can you share the stream? How can you put on the StreamYard link into the comment, Kuya Brett? Can you please type it? Kuya Brett, how can you put on a StreamYard link into using a laptop? Can you hear me? Copy and paste in chat. I copied it through YouTube. YouTube, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am live. Okay. Oh, no. Send me the StreamYard. That's why I'm asking. I'm asking how to invite you guys. Copy. Messenger. How to send this thank you messages. Check. Hi Lalabs, make a love shout out. I'm trying to figure out how to share a StreamYard using my laptop. I cannot paste it. In StreamYard page below your screen, there's boxes in there. Click invite box, copy and paste in YouTube chat box, Timmy Stories and Vlogs. I did. Hello, Ate Debs. Mega love shout out. There's an invite here saying invite. Then copy. Low love connection. That's why I did. Wait. From GY, I type here to pin. What, lalabs? Sir Mike, do you have mouse and you're using laptop pad? I'm using laptop pad. Love connection. Copy the URL on top of your StreamYard, then go to YouTube and post it in the box, Timmy. Hello, Balut John. Mega love shout out. IRL. Okay. Double click. There you go. I did it. Thank you so much. Ah, that's it. Yay! Thank you. Can you want to join me here?
Not that.
Wow, I've got three.
Yeah.
Why would I?
Morning,
Mhm.
Brett.
I hide myself.
And then if you go on speaking of like the link, if you go on it and want to post in the chat, if you go through YouTube and you click on the three dots, it'll tell it has an option to pin it in the chat if you want to pin it too.
Uh-huh.
That's an option to pin in the chat.
Oh.
You can do that too.
Heidi, hello, Miguel love shout out, love connection,
You got
Heidi.
an echo.
Hi, Mr. Burger.
I have an echo.
No, hang on one sec. No, not me. You had
Is
an
it
echo.
me? I have an echo. Wait.
Yep.
I think I have it in.
There you go.
Oh, I did off. I did on the echo cancellation. Do I still
I
have
know,
an
but
echo?
if you had YouTube going the same time you got StreamYard going, it'll give you an echo.
No YouTube at all.
Okay.
Do I still have an echo?
Nope, you're good.
Oh, thank you.
No echo.
No echo. So guys, do we have a, how do you call it? We have a
Topic.
topic today. Have you seen our topic? Love connection. Oh, Kuya Brett, you're a boy. I would like to know. Hello, Leon. Mega love shout out. Mega love shout out to you, Leon. Why do it earlier? As a woman,
What
I
were you gonna
use
ask
my
me?
common sense. If you have this plenty of kids, surely you don't need love to begin with, but a partner and expense. Mm. Mega love shout out to you, Leon. Yeah, right. Love connection. What about you, Kuya Brett? Would you?
Now, here's the thing, though. If at my age, depends on how old your kids are. Because if your kids are already adults, it doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? For kids are already adults.
Okay.
For kids are little, I would stay. I wouldn't go for it because I'm not. I don't want to have to be a dad to kids. My
Mm-hmm.
thing, because if the kids are like adults, like or like 17, 18 or older or whatever, it wouldn't bother me because if they're independent and stuff. But if they're little kids, I don't want to have to deal with it.
Me and three more children. As a woman, I use my common sense. Me and three more children.
I don't have to. I don't have to deal with little kids for no. But I'm getting to
Yeah,
the
but
age
what about
where
if their children is underage and is still
no,
schooling?
nope, I wouldn't go for it. Sorry, single moms,
Mm-hmm.
if they had to have three kids, but I don't want to have to deal with someone else's three kids. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not like super big on kids. If they have three or more kids, ooh, no thanks.
What about Leon? Mega love shout out to you, Leon. Sir Mike Lalabs Tinay. Makdrian Dakimo Sabe. Mega love shout out to you.
Yeah,
Sir
plus two, she could be
Terry.
wanting a money grab too, like a person to
Ate
support the
Debs,
kids.
thank you. Uh-huh. She was Big Easy. Mega love shout out to you, Big Easy. You're there. Oh, not. He is lucky. I only have 1 dozen, Richard.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I also have 1 dozen. La loves Tina. Mega love shout out. Who is here earlier? E.T. Streamer is still chatting me. I haven't informed. Hey CCT9 from Richard. Three or more. What the heck? How could you take care of your man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Love connection.
How could no? That's just in general, whatever race or like if they're whatever country they're from. But like, yeah, how can a Filipina take care of her man and three kids at the same time? Most Filipinas don't have the money to even take care of three kids. How could they take care of your man?
In
Who
the
says it's got to be
midnight
a? Who
hours?
says it's got to be a Filipina?
Yeah, no,
In the midnight
I'm just
hours.
saying though. That's what I asked. I'm just saying in general, but I mean, it could be an American or a European or an Australian or a Canadian, but Mm-hmm.
There's always time
Three or
because,
more and from a different man too? What? Oh,
I
well,
don't
I
know
did
about
not
that, but
specify.
yeah, that one would be difficult.
Yeah, that
mm-hmm.
would be difficult. Sis Rose, mega love shout out MLSO to you.
Good
How
evening,
are you,
Sis
Sis
Rose.
Rose?
Hi,
Yeah,
Sis
good
Rose
evening
21
to you, Sis
vlogs. I don't know.
Rose.
I know people that have kids from different parent, and like kid
Yeah, I
from
know. I know a
different
lot of people that has kids from
ladies,
different men.
but it's like they had one from someone else, and they have like one of my good
Richard,
friends.
that
He
woman
had
have a
one from someone
bumpy
else, his
descendant.
first wife, and he has one with his fiance, and his fiance has one too. But they're all at this point now. They're all old. Well, except the youngest one, but the two older ones are both in. Or one of them's I think one of them's 14. The other one's 15, so they're fairly old. But he got together with the lady when her kid was like 7 or 8, I think, or
uh,
something.
Here's the thing. What do you think? A single mom that has three kids or more would really look for love or look for a partner that can help her to raise her children?
I don't know. It depends on the lady,
No, it depends on you.
because not all ladies are going to do that. It depends on if the kids are little. May most likely she's probably going to do that. But if the kids are older, and
Uh,
they're not like young, she probably won't do that, because she wouldn't want to bring a plus two. She want to bring a kid, another person in the kids' lives, if they're young.
Depends what the lady's relationship with the
Yeah,
boyfriend or ex-husband is
Mm-hmm.
like.
Yeah.
If they're separated and in different states, then she'll do that. But if
Mm-hmm.
not, then it's kind of touch and go.
touch and go. Love connection, Narucha will join next time. Okay, I don't have voice ATM. Oh, love connection, that's sad. Take get well soon. She has no voice, Richard, at the moment. Armani shout out. Is Armani here?
I don't see him
Um.
yet.
No.
Oh, it's Kuya Brett. He thought you were Armani. Hello, sis Deborah from Sis Rose. Video lang. Thank you, Tatay Mako. Oh, Tatay Mako is also live
Mm-hmm.
streaming today. Freaking sore throat and cough caught me. Ouch. That's bad.
Keep your tongue out of Dre's mouth and you won't have that problem. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go again. Oh no. Oh, come on. Brother Dre, where are you?
Yeah. Where's the man of the hour at?
What can I do, Richard? He loves it, makes him sleep after.
I'm not going to comment on that, Heidi. Two good people. That's all I can say. Two real good people.
Yes, they are.
Welcome in, honeybee.
Just a second. I'll be
See,
back.
it's Honey. Big love shout out.
Oh,
Hello, hello. Guys, in case you want to join, I pinned the StreamYard on top.
that was Brett's channel that was giving me all the static in my headphones.
There we go.
What
What?
happened?
Oh, you were on a different.
He is on a different stream, right, Kuya Brad? And
Mm-hmm.
you two are lovely,
Oh,
mature couple, which we love. Oh, thank you, Love Connection.
Well,
T9,
I wouldn't
hello.
call.
Love connection and
Timmy
Richard.
matured. I mean, she's like not, you know what I mean? Like they consider a matured lady like older than Timmy. You know, like
What?
if you say like a mature lady means like generally like a senior citizen.
No.
Oh, not
Mature
that
doesn't
way,
come from
Brett.
age. It is come from mindset. No matter how old you are, if you act childish, you will be called as immature. Kumusta na Ate Langga? Heidi from Lalabs Tinay. She's
Hi, Mary.
Heidi. Hello from Honeybee.
That's why Timmy's got those headphones on, keep the horns down.
Come on!
Mm-hmm.
That sounds true. That sounds true. Hi, Honeybee.
Good evening.
I'm
Life
override.
is good.
It's Palucha. Heidi is laughing. Ate Langga. What the heck, Brett? Yeah, right. Balut John, would you settle for a woman that has 3 child and above? Or more than that? Well, he is already married. Well, what if? What if? 10 people there. Make a love shout out to all of you guys. Life is good. Hello again from Lalabs Tinay. Langka nagunsa ka diha. You have missed my comments. Maybe she is still live, Love Connection, because she was live earlier too.
Well, she can be live and jump up on panel and keep her live going.
Yeah. Lalabs, you wanna join? Ate Langga, nakita ko comment may nag-live pa kasi ako pero nag-end na ako na. Oh, there you go. She ended now. Imagine, you are divorced.
Imagine you are a
And
divorced
with
man with
children too.
children
And you go
too,
with a woman
and
with
you go
three or
with a
more
woman with
children.
3 or more children.
Easy, Love Connection.
Man should have loads of money. No, usually if the man has 3 or more, it'll be a while before he gets with another woman.
Oh, Sir Clyde! Make a love shout out, Sir
Because
Clyde. How are you?
all his attention will be focused towards the kids.
Yeah. Just done my live na from Lalab Sinai. Si Richard Clyde is here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't because I'm not monetized.
Make a love shout out to you, Sir Clyde. A correct man, Richard. Hmm. Oh, we miss you too, Sir Clyde. How are you? Well, here it is. Here's the thing. Some men, right, that has that has a child also will not settle for a single mom. They will look for a single lady. Why is that?
Because they want to start their own family.
Oh.
They don't want to. A lot of guys don't want to jump into what we call a pre-made family.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Cinco Squad,
But
thumbs
then
up
again,
host, make a
some
love shout
guys
out.
will rather jump into a pre-made family if the kids are young, like
Yeah.
4 and 5, because then they don't have to deal with changing diapers, bottle feeding, doing
Mm-hmm.
all the baby stuff. That's
But
already
But then
been
again,
done and
nowadays,
gone.
there
you
is
still have to
less
be kind of a
correct man
parent to
on
the kid, though.
YouTube.
You still have
They're
to
all
parent them
taken the
somewhat.
right one.
Right.
if I was gonna give the lady, I wouldn't mind if she had like teenage kids, because then they're like old enough to like be more independent. You don't have to really parent them. You can be more of like kind of just like a friend to them
And Sir Mike said, hopefully those children
instead of
are
having to be like a second
moved
dad.
out by then, Heidi. Yes, Mike, when the children are in the right ages, they would be perfect timing to start a relationship. Yeah, that would be. You're welcome, Cinco Squad. Thank you for coming in. Jesus, diapers and yogurt are pricey now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let the
Boy,
hat out of
everything's
the bag.
expensive.
My wife had two daughters that were young when I got with her. I dated her
Even still,
for
if
two
yeah, I
years
can see
and then
that
we got
it's much.
married.
Mm-hmm.
Those girls became very attached to me.
Yeah, I can saw that on the post.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
5 years later, we had my youngest one. And we were together for 20, 25 or 26 years before we got divorced because she did not want to move out of state and away from her other family down there.
That is the only reason.
That's the only reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My biological daughter wanted to go to college and she got a full ride to a high end college up where I am now. So I moved up here to take care of her, and my ex did not want to move.
There you go. We have visitor. Welcome in, Balutjan. And
Oh,
he is
there
on
we are
mute.
at the round or at the square table.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
John. Yeah, he's
Every
gonna be at one
time.
end.
He
The
is
opposite end of
always
where
me.
his camera is.
Hello down there.
Hello.
Yeah, we can barely see you, John.
That's the way he likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You always do
that's a
that, and
big
he
table
is on
too. John
mute.
likes everything big. His house, his
Yeah,
tables.
he likes everything big. His
Hey,
His house
pool.
John,
is
slide the
five
salt
bedrooms, and there's
down.
only two bedrooms being used.
How's the life there, Sir John? Is John sitting at the king's table?
Yep,
Yeah, and he
he's
is a
sitting at the
king.
king's table, at the head of the
Yeah.
table.
Ooh, cool. Yeah.
He's just got a pin
Hello, Sir
camera probably
John from
too. Table
Lalabstian.
can't be that big. It's the way
It's
the
big.
camera.
Don't
It's good.
don't let that table fool you, Brett. That table is long.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
long for three people
maybe
to
he
sit
has a
at.
lot of. I have to get my coffee.
Hmm.
Ooh, coffee. That
Here,
sounds
let me
good.
slide it down the table for you.
Hmm. Yeah, really
Look at the
fast.
table. Timmy, just a question. Are you going live from prison? No, I am prisoner at my
No.
own thoughts. I can be.
Hmm.
I cannot be at Sir
You're gonna
Terry's
play
living room.
kickball off the bricks.
Yeah.
Good
Like
morning,
kids used to
Mickey
used to bounce the
Slims.
ball or kick the ball off the bricks, or throw the ball
The
and catch
brick
it off the
wall.
bricks.
Yeah. Kenny! Hello, Miguel. Love shout out to you, Kenny.
Like the
Thank you for
Mickey
coming
Slims.
in.
Timmy, fix
Hmm.
Kenny's link.
Uh-huh. Hey, from
Hey,
Kenny. How
Brett,
are you,
look
Kenny?
at that table.
Hmm.
Tell me that
Ah,
table's short.
shiny table. How many seaters in that table, John?
Probably 12, 16.
Of
1,
seats.
2, 3, 4,
Oh, the
8,
Eight,
9,
I
style.
think.
10. Probably 10.
You notice something, Richard? The style of his table. Oh no, it's not the same style. This one is too glamorous.
That almost looks like a live edge tree table.
Yeah, it looks like a conference table.
Mm-hmm.
Are you having a meeting there always, Sir John? Hey,
No.
hey, from Kenya. OMG, Timmy in prison. Yeah, yeah, right?
Prison doesn't usually have bricks.
Yeah, that's your background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only other one they got on StreamYard is like the blur one,
The
and then the
blur
house
and
with the
the
with the piano.
right.
Yeah,
And then they got a blank
but
one,
I
and you can
use
just go to
this.
like
I use the
the
brick one.
regular like show your house or your apartment or wherever you are.
Oh, Adrian is single, right?
I have one.
Adrian, I
I
have
don't
a
go on camera
question
very
on
often, but I
you.
have one. That is a local landmark
Ooh,
with the pond in front. If you can see it, move out. I'm trying to move out of the way a little bit.
nice. But I haven't downloaded photo
That's
on
a nice
my
background,
computer
Brett.
yet.
Yeah, that's a
So
that's a
nice background.
local mountain with the pond in front of it, and then like the
Nice.
clouds, like maybe a sunset. I don't know, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
Mount
that's cool.
Rainier.
Magdrian, you are single. Would you settle for a woman that has 3 children or more?
And it doesn't matter the age, Adrian.
Yeah, not included the age.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot ask Kenny because Kenny is already married with a Pinay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would matter to Kenny.
I don't think it mattered to him.
Kenny's got a big heart.
Yeah, he is. And you know, his wife is, if you watch their vlog, oh, you will see how simple their life is. But they're happy. Kenny is happy in there.
Yep, yep. He's a lot happier over there than he is stateside.
I can saw him fetching the water,
Yeah.
holding the water like he is happy in there. What about you, Sir Balut John? When are you going to the Philippines?
John's been there,
Oh,
like
John's got
multiple
8
times.
chairs at the table. One, two,
Yeah.
3 chairs on both sides.
And then one on the end,
Yep.
on each end,
Yeah.
so that's 8.
He
I think.
has a. My wife been in USA almost 9 years. Oh wow! Don't you have any plans to go back to the Philippines? And you know what, Richard,
Ah,
I able to cross Sir Tony in Kuya Bruce channel earlier.
who?
He's
Yank.
Tony, a
Oh,
Yank in the Philippines.
Yeah.
He
right.
said he will be living in the Philippines for good, and they're starting building their own house there.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Did he say
he's
what
talking.
part?
Dumaguete.
Oh,
Yeah, it's quite near in my place.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dumaguete. Yeah. Loli, yes, I'm very happy there on the island. Yeah, I can saw it, Kenny. That's good.
She's alive too.
Yeah, he said he will be going back to the US on end of June because of his eldest daughter eldest son wedding, and then he will go back to the Philippines
Nice.
again. Hmm. I'm not sure when my son out of school. Oh, okay.
Well, I know what. I know one country I won't be going to. I
My
won't.
wife has a lot in Valencia, close to Dumaguete. Still need to build a house. What is the Valencia Guimaras, Chef Sir John? Valencia Guimaras? I
Valencia.
know a place Valencia is in Guimaras, near to Dumaguete. Yeah,
I think Valencia is
it's an island.
near Getty. I think wasn't
It's
wasn't
an
it
island.
Sis that lived in Valencia for a while? She might
Yeah,
have.
because Valencia is in Guimaras. That's what I know.
Right next to Dumaguete.
right next to Dumaguete. Dumaguete is in Negros.
Hmm.
And Valencia is in Guimaras. Yeah, they are near. Oh, Valencia is a town of Dumaguete. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's in Dumaguete.
Yeah, because
Let's see.
there's also
The videos.
Valencia in Guimaras and it is near in Negros as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how many hours in a boat, 2 hours, something like that. Then you can get there.
Probably not that many
Sis
miles. Probably
Honeybee,
just
where are you in the Philippines?
a lot of traffic.
He's getting up and getting his coffee.
No, in Iloilo, it's not that traffic anymore because the Manila is a very traffic area.
Hmm.
It's
Well,
raining
I've even seen
hard.
people living out outside of like a big city and on videos in the Philippines, and there's still a lot of traffic because the Philippines is
Oh,
slightly bigger
there it
than
is.
Arizona.
Big cup.
Mhm. Slightly bigger
Hmm?
than Arizona, but it has 111 million people that live in the Philippines. Just
You know
imagine
what,
that.
Kuya Brett? My place in the Philippines is not that traffic. And
Hmm.
it's not high in crime as well, but it is not recorded because our place is not been promoted like the way other place
Hmm.
does.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
because I
Manila's
have
just
this place.
too congested for me.
Yeah, so is
It is
Cebu. Cebu is pretty
congested.
bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I've seen on videos, people driving in their cars. So I was like, wow. Just as like
Mm.
when Deborah went to visit yeah, Zamodia was like a year and a half ago, or a little over a year and a half ago. She went to she was in Alaguinson. I think that's how you say it, right? Which is I think southeast of Cebu City, where Yazmodia was. It took her about 3 hours,
Oh.
and it shouldn't. It would normally here probably take maybe an hour to get there from
Oh,
that distance. I
yeah.
looked it up.
There's all the traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honeybee said she has a best friends living in Valencia, Dumaguete. Sis Honeybee,
Hmm.
Well,
you are from
honeybees, they can't be
Iloilo?
best friends if they're living so far away. Tell them they got to move closer.
No, why am I in Capiz and my best friend is from Palawan? It's Mia.
It's near.
Yeah, that's the long, skinny
It's not
island.
near.
It's farthest
Nice,
west,
Honeybee.
and then the island in the Philippines. That's where like Tropical Tim and Ray live. Tropical Tim in the Philippines, and his wife Ray live in
Tropical team,
Palawan.
I think they are in Pardon System. Where are you from in the Philippines, Sis Honeybee?
You don't need to give the exact.
Yeah, just a
She's from a
place.
hive, honeybee.
Beehive.
Yeah,
Wow, what a good
there's
place you got in
a good
there,
song
Hello
called Honeybee
John.
too. If you want to hear it, yeah. Well, it's spelled BE, not BHE.
He
Oh,
is
By
in
Tom
Elo,
Petty.
California,
Elo.
right? Ay!
The song Honeybee.
Yuka. Why
It's
ni?
off of
Pareho sila
Wildflowers
kayo eh.
by Tom Petty.
Nice.
Hmm.
See,
Elo,
he is
Elo.
showing us. Yeah, thanks, life is
There
good.
it is.
There you go.
Hmm.
Showing us his property.
They couldn't just call it Elo, so they call it Elo, Elo.
Yeah, Lilo.
Yeah, the guy
But you
had a
know what? How we
stutter.
call it, Kuya Brett? Lilo.
Uh,
Are you going?
They're having a
Are you
yard
going to
sale down
Lilo?
the street.
yeah.
Yeah.
See if they got any cool antiques. I don't know. What I would say, some vintage records or some like. So I would go at the at a yard or garage sale and go look for vinyl, any vinyl or.
Oh, that my friend living in Valencia. They are working here before in
Because
Hong
we were at my
Kong.
brother's
Oh,
house that have
that's why.
they've had garage sale, your yard sale, like.
Life as good as in a quiet suburb.
Hmm.
Is that quiet?
Yeah, that's quiet.
I planted a sequoia tree.
Ooh.
It's gonna take a long time to get tall.
Yeah.
Thousands of years.
Oh no, not
It
me.
took some of
Yeah.
those trees thousands of years to get big. Those sequoias that are in like north of where John lives.
What state is John in?
He's actually in Bakersfield,
Bakersfield, yeah. But look at
Cali,
that
Bakersfield,
map.
Oh,
California.
Bakersfield, Cali.
hmm
Yeah,
Cali.
that's
Which is
actually a nice area.
north of LA a ways.
Yeah.
Probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe.
Look at that.
I don't. I have some people. I know a lot of people live in California. My best friend lives in San Diego, and then I have
You know what I said
aunt and
every
uncle who
time
live
to
in Mission
Richard?
Viejo, which is in Orange County.
Yeah,
I don't want
I did a
I don't
tour
want
in
I don't want a big
San
house. Come
Diego.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I did. I said every time. I don't want a big house. Come on.
It's about an hour and a half just from San Diego to LA, and then so my best friend probably to get to Bakersfield probably be 3 to 4 hours. I don't know.
Mm.
I've been to San Diego twice. I went to the zoo when I was a kid, then I went like 12 years ago to my best friend in San
I
Diego.
like Bamboo House from Sis Honeybee. Yeah, right, Sis Honeybee. I like the half body from the bottom, from the ground to the middle wall of the house is concrete, and then from the window
Mhm.
to top is bamboo. It's nice. Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of the
Not that
way
hard.
Tropical Tim's house is because he was on my panel like about a
Yes.
probably like
Yes, that's what
eight
it is.
months, nine
No,
months ago.
Tropical Team House, Kuya Brett, is pure, we call it sawale.
Yeah, it's like part concrete, part nipa hut, kind of.
Yes, part
hmm
concrete,
Yeah,
part,
like probably about I don't know 6 feet up is
call it
concrete or
sawale.
something.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what I like. That's
hmm
what I like.
and then did you see when he was on my panel, he was showing his shower that was getting built at the time, and he's having like tile put
Yes.
in the seat and like this fancy shower head. He's probably in America he'd probably spend probably about a $5,000-6,000 shower.
Wow.
When my dad's got a nice shower in his house, second bathroom. They had it tore out last year, and they put like a freaking. Well, they got a good deal on it, but if they would have
What?
bought it
Why?
without the good
Why
deal, it
is
would have been
that
like
so
eleven thousand
expensive?
dollars.
$5,000-6,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dad paid like 80. I think they paid like 81 or $8,200 for their shower to have it put in. They had like tile put in. He said the sliding door was like. He said the sliding door was like 1,200 or 1,600 by itself or something
There's a
crazy.
lot of bamboo house in Philippines. Very
The
nice
shower
design.
door.
Yes.
It's on these really like nice, like rollers, and it's really nice.
Listen, I'm
Yeah, and
not a
then it's
fan of a
got three
pure
shower heads in
concrete
it,
house.
a rain shower
I
head, a
always
wand, and then
prefer the bamboo
a standard
house.
one that's like shoots straight down at you.
You know what? When you have a
Okay.
bamboo house, you know what
Yeah, two more.
you can save. You will save the electricity. You will save the environment.
Yeah, like my dad and my stepmom have. Um, they live in like a 1,500 square foot house,
Uh
and then
huh.
it has a 2 car garage, and then they only paid last month. They only paid $7 for their electrical bill because most of their because like probably 90% of their power is coming from solar panels. They get all their power to power their house with solar panels. I think they have like 15 solar panels or something on their house.
Mm-hmm.
They're all on top of their garage.
I like to have solar on the roof.
Mm-hmm. One of their neighbors has put some in too. He's telling one of my neighbors my dad's friends with. They're friends with put on their house too.
Here we have a neighbor here that their house is full of solar.
Yeah, it's expensive to like buy them. Is expensive, but then after a while, it'll pay for itself. takes a while to how much money you save. After a while, it'll pay the difference.
Yeah, it's a lifetime.
Yeah. Well, you can get all kinds of solar panels. You get like the portable solar panels. If you're like just wanted to set them up and put them outside, like if you were going to go on camping, you can get portable solar panels. You can set up,
Most
or if you have a
hello honey,
small
hello
house.
sis honeybee from Ate Deborah. Mostly people living in mountain they will
Mhm.
use solar. Yeah, right. But then
Mhm.
I'd like to have a solar, but solar is quite expensive to buy.
Yeah, it is. That's what I mean. The upfront cost is expensive. You can actually get full. Tesla sells full solar panel roofs.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how it works. I think it's like all one um, that covers
No,
the whole entire roof.
it covers sections.
Uh,
Oh, sis Deborah from
mhm.
sis honeybee. Going to share it.
I don't know what would a bamboo house with 3 kids or more be like.
It's a big savings.
Chaos.
My
Yeah,
mother-in-law and father-in-law live far out in the mountains, but chaos.
kids.
No, it's just like, well, they can have a room as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, they probably have a room as well with a bigger window in it so they can go out.
I
Mhm.
used to jump on the window when I was
Yeah,
young.
see? See?
Mhm.
It was like, all right,
Mhm.
our window is our practice area, okay? We jump from there.
Yeah, live far out in the mountains.
My mother and
One thing is kind of,
father-in-law live
it'd be
far
kind of
out
fun to
in the
live a little
mountains.
far out, but then as you get older, I noticed because I know some people live out. It's so long if
Oh,
they
you
have to
know
like
what, Kuya Brad?
something happens to them
The older
to
the
get to the
person,
hospital.
the older the people in the Philippines is, the more they like to live far from the
Hmm.
city. Because when you live in the countryside, okay, in the mountainside, they can plant everything.
Hmm. But yeah,
Mm-hmm,
that's
they
it's all
can
good and
plant.
everything. But when you start getting older, and then your health isn't quite as good, and you got to get to the maybe if you had to go to the hospital, something happens to you. You could slip and
Mm.
fall.
Hey,
Even
Steve.
it takes longer to
Hello,
get to the hospital
Steve.
if you live
Hello,
far
shout
out.
out to you. Thank you for coming in. But you
That's
know
what I'm
what,
saying.
Kuya Brad? What Kenny said? My in-law would rather stay in the copo on the property than the house. Yeah, right?
Hmm. But
Because you
how
know
old
what,
are they
Kuya
though?
Brad? People there in the Philippines, especially in the countryside, when they get old, you can barely see the old person there that has a severe illness, you know?
Hmm.
People there that lives in the countryside, they are pain. It's just their body pain. A normal pain for a person. They don't have sick like high blood,
Yeah, but what if
diabetes,
something happens to them? Then what do you
or
do?
whatever.
Like you
They
could
don't
fall
have
down
that.
and hurt yourself.
They get back up.
You know what
They're
I
Yeah.
mean?
they're a lot healthier over there because they're outside more
Mm.
than the
Hmm.
people
And
over
then
here
they
that are
everything
inside all the time.
everything that they eat there is fresh,
Yep.
Hmm.
especially the vegetables. Especially the vegetables. And you know, older people there likes to eat veggies compared to me. Hi, Steve in-law from Sis Marry Me. My in-laws want to go home right away to take care of their animals. Yeah, right? Yeah, they can't leave their house. You know, when you ask them to go to the city to go shopping and go everywhere, it's like nobody will take care of my animals.
Hmm. What I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, John, everybody gets old, so you're not going to be able to move like you used to, or all that stuff. So
They
they're
said
they're eventually
there's
going to have to depend on their kids to help them eventually, or something. So someone to help them.
there's no
I'll
place like home, they say. I built a cement house for my
I'll be that way
mother-in-law in
probably
the
in like 40
mountains. They're
years
getting too old
if I'm
to keep
alive then.
fixing bamboo house. Wow,
I'll be
so
like
good
that.
of you, Badut John.
because I know. I mean, probably I don't know.
Well,
If my
that's a
dad lives to
lifeline,
80,
John.
but I'm gonna have to,
Tina.
you know.
Their
I think if my
animals
dad
is
could be
their bank.
slowing down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
their
that's right.
animals is their bank because if they don't have money, they will sell the animals.
Mhm.
Chickens,
Also
they have
because it's
their
so
eggs.
hot.
The pigs, they have their pork and bacon and
Yes.
meat.
Mhm. It's also
Yeah.
so hot. That I know foreigners that say they go over there and they'll go over there for like 2 or 3 months and lose like, 10, 15 pounds by just because it's just so hot. They sweat it out.
Geez, I got to lose
I
that
lost
more
10
before I
libras on
go
the
over there
island because
Mhm.
everything was
because I'm going to
fresh.
be
Yeah,
eating
right,
like a
Kenny?
pig.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, do you want to
Yes,
eat rice all the
everything was
time? Probably
fresh.
not.
What's that?
We
I
eat
said,
rice all the
yeah,
time.
you eat rice all the time.
Oh, I
No,
don't
Yeah.
think
I'll
so.
be
I
going
know
for
how
the
to cook.
coconuts.
Mhm.
Yeah, a
I
lot
like
of
rice, but
coconut
I
there.
only eat it like probably 2, 3 times a month.
I like the coconut juice, the pure milk right out of the coconut.
The coconut
You
water.
see it,
Yep,
right?
Mhm.
dude, I can't get enough of that.
Steve is smiling, waiting, sir. Steve. Yeah, Kenny. I lost 10 libras on the island because everything was fresh. Even the veggies, right in the backyard. You want to cook it? Just pluck it up. That's
And
what
then
I
Mick,
miss.
Mick Eastlands goes back home. Then he'll gain 20 pounds and say, man, I got to go back. I'm getting too big.
I don't know. But look, John, did you also able to stay in your in-laws' house in the mountain? BG here, Sister Me. Okay, sis Honeybee. Thank you. Lol, and I had three rice 3 times a day. You do, Kenny? No issue, right? Well, if you are in the Philippines, you eat the dish, you will look for the rice. Your meal is not complete without rice there. Oh, I ate a lot when I was in Philippines. So.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
ate a lot of rice.
Yeah, he eats better over there than he probably does back home.
I don't know. Well, I guess I don't know. I don't know if most Americans would want to eat rice 3 times a day.
Oh, come on.
Look, if
Ask
I
every
didn't have to
Americans
cook
that
it,
go
I
to the
would eat it three
Philippines.
times a day.
Mhm.
What about you, Baludja? When you were in the Philippines, did you eat rice 3 times a day?
Can't he even hear us?
Yeah, you can hear us.
He can hear us. He's just typing. He don't want to speak on the
Well, we
microphone.
can't see if he can hear us. He's so far away.
Maybe he's holding his gadget with him. That's two.
Uh, did your daughter
My
like
daughter,
it over there? Or is she
see, I told
over
you.
there?
He heard us. My daughter was upset because the pizza didn't come with rice. Yes, it has 2 bedrooms and a CR and a good size living room with table. See, I got earbuds in. Ah, that's
Oh,
it.
I'll try and keep my voice down.
He
John.
was upset.
Give me
Thank you,
ear bleed.
Lalabs.
Just like
Right, Kenny? Wait, here's the thing, Kuya Brett. Only in the Philippines that the people eat spaghetti and it comes with the rice.
mm-hmm. Why do you
Yeah,
need two starches? Yeah, it's like no, I
they
never
eat
do that. I never
spaghetti
have
with
like
rice. Have you seen that,
pasta and
Kenny?
potato on the same plate because I usually try to like do one starch at a time.
Come on. In Philippines, they eat like that. Or
Mhm.
you have a bread, split it into half, and put on the pasta in the bread and eat.
Welcome in, Franceschi.
My daughter grew up in the Philippines.
You kind of
Wow,
do
she's
sometimes you have bread
4.
with your pasta, but I
Sissy
don't do
France,
rice
Manila
and
Love, shout
pasta
out.
ever.
Oh, that
She
had to
never
be a
had
new
pizza before.
experience for her, huh, Kenny?
Never had pizza before. Yeah, Look
Kenny,
out.
is that your real daughter or your wife daughter before you got married? Because Friends Philippine Church, because Friends California and Jollibees. Wow.
Mhm. Yeah.
Thank you, Sissy France.
Probably have a Filipino church here somewhere. I don't know because we have like a lot of Filipinos that live in Washington.
Yeah, they have Filipino store
112,000
too.
plus.
Next week, Tina, I check your mail. Yeah, it
I work
was.
with some.
Okay.
Some Filipino. I work
Thank you,
with a lot
Sissy
of
France.
Asians, actually, a good amount of Asians.
Well, I'm Philippine in my place in Philippines. Well, I'm
Yeah,
quite
she's my bonus
just my
child.
bonus child.
Well, good for you, Kenny.
She's 4. It's good. Franceschi from Steel. Well, in my place. It's kinda. I cannot say that it is off because we have a pizza there. We have a lot of restaurant in there. Hello, novice, Mom Franz from Tinay. Hello, novice. Make a love shout out to you. My son is 7. I'll be 60 years old next month. Oh, that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
John's still healthy, huh?
Yeah, he's still healthy. Oh, you can make another 1 month old, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still make. Where is that? There is a vlogger
I
from
know this.
Australia that I've been following too. That his wife is just 30 years old and he is already 80 years old.
Wow, that's a little. No offense to
Yeah,
them,
the
but
Blackman family.
that's
That
like
that's a
dating your
big
So
age
grandpa.
gap, yeah, but
and they have 2 children, 1 3 years old and 1 5 years old.
can't say he ain't healthy.
He is. Novice. Steven Losawadika. Thumbs up. Mom
Mhm.
Novice. Life is good. Hello from CC
Oh, that
France.
keeps his heart rate up.
Tina from Novice.
Yeah,
My wife
probably.
said she want only one kid so he can have everything. No fighting.
Mhm.
No
John already has
fighting.
grown kids.
Oh, beard! At last you
John
come
has grown
in.
kids though.
Yeah.
He has adult kids.
Beard, the StreamYard is unpinned. Just hit it up. Kabsat, Sisi Francesca.
Mm-hmm.
Bird
Well,
must have just woke up.
if I will be given a chance, I want a twin. Huh.
Oh, easy now. I'm not splitting atoms over here.
Split atoms. Come on. There you are.
Hello.
Mega love shout
What's
out
up,
to ya.
Bird?
Mega love sound, guys. I'm gonna
What's
get in
up,
trouble
what's
because I
up?
just I just left Joy Action live and told her I had things to do. But then I seen you on, Timmy, so I'm gonna wait to do my responsibilities for a while.
Yeah,
Whoa!
well,
I'm so
Mm-hmm.
wow. I'm
we
so special
appreciate
then.
that,
Thank
Bird.
you.
Thank you, guys. Chase and Tail, what's going on, my friend?
What's up, brother?
Hey, hey. Not a singer and Balut John. Mega love shout out. Life is good. Mega love shout. Steve, don't say anything. Shh.
Adam and Eve.
Cute.
John said.
My Jam said, I help the best the I help the best kid the most so it don't go to waste. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Come said
Mm-hmm.
promise hi Beard. Oh Beard, we have a question here.
Okay, I'm ready to give an answer. Give me the question, I'll
Would
give you an answer.
Would you settle for a woman that has 3 kids or more than that?
Personally,
and,
me,
and age
no.
doesn't matter.
I wouldn't because you know I'm a single dad myself and my daughter's almost an adult, so for me I'm not really in the mood for any kids, but That's just me, Nothing against nothing against it. Like I said, I'm a single parent myself, so I'm not, But I mean, I've been single for a long time, Timmy. Long
Mm-hmm.
time since, at least I've been single since at least 2016 or something. You know.
Oh.
Steve got me screenshotted.
Uh-oh.
What about you, Timmy? Would you marry a single dad with 3 kids
Well,
or
he only
more?
has. Well, it counts as three because he has instant two kids and his biological child is one, so not a problem.
That sounds like a no to me, Timmy.
I
That
didn't say
sounds like a
no.
no. That sounds like a no to me, Timmy. I don't know.
All right,
What?
don't start nothing now, Beard.
That sounds like a no to me.
It sounds like a no to you.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, anytime someone has to give that much explanation, I feel like that's a no. If someone's like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, well, that's just my opinion, Timmy. Now, I'm not telling you what you think, and I'm not your spokesperson, but this is just
Yep.
how I'm reading what you say. I
I
almost,
almost chose an older lady that had a PhD in a same country, but my sister said, go to the Philippines. I only met one lady, that's my wife.
yeah.
See?
A
Yes, your
lot.
wife is a single mom, John.
A lot of times here, women will have like 3 different like baby dads or more. That's real common here. Even
Yeah,
even
but
my ex has 3 different baby dads, me being one, and then aside from the 3 baby dads, she has an ex-husband that she had no kids with, and then she has another husband that she's married to now. But that's not necessarily out of the ordinary in this modern world.
Timmy wants to have them not
that
adopt
just makes
him.
for a hectic life. That's
I
all that does.
want a twin!
Hectic life for sure, chasing tail.
I
Yeah,
want a twin! Come on
I would
now.
go crazy
Yeah,
if I were
how
in
would
that
you like to go
situation.
to one of the kids' birthday parties? Here you are. You got the other guys there with their kids,
Yeah,
and only one girl, and
yeah,
that's the mother of all the kids.
yeah. Well,
You
one of
know,
her
all the stories gonna come out then.
Hmm.
right, one of her baby dads lives in Mexico, and then the other one, like, she's not really sure who it was. And then there's me, of course. But
What? She sounds like a real winner.
yeah,
No offense.
and her current husband's in prison for homicide.
Wow, she's a real winner. She
For
picks real
homicide.
winners.
Yeah, see what she drove them to?
No, no, she married him in prison though. Chasing
What?
tail.
Oh,
T9 mega love shout out. Yes, he was already. I think he was already done 20 years, but she knew him from when they were kids. And then
Well,
I don't know,
that's no excuse.
nothing to do with me. I don't. Hey,
Yeah, and you got with her though.
well,
Wow.
yeah, but it was a long time ago. I haven't been with her for like 17 years, and I don't really even
Whoa.
communicate with her. So
No, I hope not. She
Taking on a
doesn't sound like
partner's
she
kids takes a lot
knows
consideration.
how to
It's a
choose
lot
the
of
right men,
responsibility. They
other
will
than
look out
maybe
for the
you,
children
but
before you.
didn't work out with you either.
T9 mega love shout. No, I know. Well, that's the thing. When I was young, early 20s and all that stuff. I wouldn't consider myself any kind of a catch. To be honest, I
You
wasn't
were you
really.
were a release in fishing terms
I mean, I'm still not a catch, but at least my life's together somewhat.
because it wasn't the right size, so you're like not a keeper.
Oh no! Who you been talking to?
No,
Oh my!
the fish. You got reeled in, and then she released you.
Yeah, well, we were together for a long time, though. I will
Look
say.
at this.
It
What
couldn't be that long.
Kenny
She had like
said.
multiple guys.
What
Yeah,
Kenny
well,
said is sticking on a partner's kids takes a lot consideration. It's a lot of responsibility. They will look out for the children before you. Yeah, that's
That
what happened.
that's the
I
way it
only
should
have
be,
one
though.
kid. I only have one kid, but I always look for him
Mm-hmm.
before
Yeah.
others. He
And
always
there's
comes
nothing
first.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
T9's in the house. Yeah. Well, that's I don't know. I feel like it's kind of dangerous. Like if you got kids, it's kind of dangerous to get into relationships because, like, you never know what the other person's gonna do to your children. You know,
Well, especially if your children is a girl.
right?
That is way dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. People need to be more careful with that for sure.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely agree with that.
But I can
There's
see like if you get like married once and then you get back with or get with somebody that has adult kids, that's different. Because I'll just give you an example. Like my dad, and my stepmom celebrated their this weekend they're celebrating their or next Tuesday actually they're celebrating their 14th year wedding anniversary. Well, what the deal is they both had kids. Of course, my dad had me and my brother with my
Mm-hmm.
mom, and then my stepmom has three kids from her husband, her first husband. So, but we were all like grown ass men, and her kids were uh, two daughters and a son, so they're all grown too. They're all in there
But
in
that
their
doesn't matter because
almost
they are all
28.
grown ups. They can take care of
So that's
themselves.
different, different
What about
situations. We're all grown,
the
living on our
smaller
own.
one? That they don't know how
You know,
to handle themselves. They don't know how to,
yeah.
yeah,
they need a guidance.
yeah. I think that's a good point. Not a singer. I think you're right. I agree with you. Uh, you know, like even just like my opinion, like maybe one day I'll try and find a relationship, in a couple years,
Mm-hmm.
but I never really, because you just don't know, you don't know.
Mm-hmm. But see, your
But
kid's gonna be grown by the time you
like you
probably
said,
get
people
another
for single
relationship,
That's
mothers
maybe.
sick
don't
right
always take
there
it.
to molest a
Mm-hmm.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't know. We don't know because even our fingers and our hand is not the same. So we cannot count them as one.
yeah.
Although
Well,
it's way too dangerous for my views about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say like this, Timmy. Most men, I can't say all, but I'd say like most men really do not want to take care of like a child that's not theirs. I mean, why would
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
So you always gotta wonder, you gotta wonder about these guys that are real eager to be like a step parent to people's kids and stuff. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying necessarily they have bad intentions. Maybe they just, are very lonely, or maybe they just are really in love with someone. All those things are definitely possible, but I'm just saying, you're not going to find. I mean, there's a lot of men out there that don't even want to take care of their own kids,
True.
Yeah.
True, especially in the Philippines.
especially
Oh,
anywhere.
dang.
Anywhere, yeah.
Especially anywhere. I guarantee, Timmy, there's more single moms here than in Philippines. Oh, I guarantee you
Ooh.
that. I think, like, at my daughter's school, like 90% of the kids are from single parent homes.
Well,
Wow.
what school district are you in?
But you know what? There is
It's a
sometimes
pretty
that
bad
is.
district, not a singer. I mean, these kids, like my daughter's had a lot of people she knows been shot, stuff like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but all these kids come from single mom homes,
Yeah.
and they're wild.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
You know,
don't know. I don't know how guys you live in your what is a woman's views in your country because in the Philippines, yeah, the woman is mostly still traditional no matter how the situation is. I can tell
Mm-hmm.
that even though sometimes the man did not do anything good to them, it's just like a headache. They prefer to stay because they want a whole family, even though they give them nothing but a headache, just a
Mm-hmm.
headache. So even though they're together, but it's not healthy at all.
Steve says the older you get older and single women without kids are hard to find, and that's definitely true, Steve. But like when you get older, usually their kids are older too, so it's kind of a different dynamic, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Plus, a single woman nowadays is more dangerous compared to
Yeah. But see, though, by
single
that
mom.
time, by the time he gets old enough, the kids are probably going to be adults, so he's not going to have to really be a parent to him. He can just be a friend.
Yeah, It's not totally at all
More of
like
a
a
friend type
teenager.
Yeah.
person.
More than
Go do
teenager, more
cool
than
stuff with.
friend,
That's,
something
you know what I mean.
that will be easy.
One thing though, Timmy, I want to say because you asked about the mindset of the women here. Now you gotta understand, in the United States, being a single mom is often rewarded. It's incentivized, because of the welfare system. So we have what's called Section 8. Okay, now Section 8 is like a voucher where you get like basically a free
Mm-hmm.
home. So you get Section 8, you get food stamps, and you get, you get
Mm-hmm. A lot of
benefits.
them get like food stamps and
And then on top of that,
EBT
when
cash benefits.
when you do your taxes at the end of the year, like you'll get like a few $1,000s per kid, up to like two or three. Like even people that
Wow.
don't really work get this money, so it's like a job.
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of these women, having kids it's their paycheck.
Yeah, and a lot of times they get free child care too,
If
Free
they're a
But
child
working
care, yep,
mother, yes.
yeah.
which is
You
a
get
lot
your
of money.
child care vouchers. Hmm.
It's like
but
you know,
isn't it the government help not because of the mother but because of the kids, right?
Well, yeah, but people abuse it,
hmm yeah, a lot of people do. They like take advantage of it. You know
right?
what I mean? They like not like just like, oh, I can get free benefits. They like don't get a they get like a part-time job or on purpose so they can qualify for benefits.
Yeah,
So I can only make a certain amount of money, and they go, well, I want food benefits, and I want blah blah blah. So then they only work a part-time job, and they're getting free childcare and like three, $400, $500 a month of a free food, and they're getting cash benefits also.
yep. And usually they'll have like a drug dealer boyfriend that lives with them, Timmy. And see, because we got what's called housing projects. See, the housing projects is where the single moms live. And then the single moms will have like criminal boyfriends. You know, they'll have criminal boyfriends. So the boyfriend is selling drugs in the housing projects, you know. Like, and I'm serious. This is why a lot of places are so dangerous here.
Mm-hmm.
They've had to knock down. They've
Like
had to knock
Chicago's
down.
like that.
Yes,
It's really
yes.
bad.
The Cabrini Greens. They used to the top level of Cabrini Greens. Like they'd have like people firing guns at the police out there. Like it used to be scary out there. I remember because watching the news as a kid. Watching the Chicago news as a kid, all day they'd be talking about how dangerous. It was like a war zone, Timmy. Like
Mm-hmm.
Then
you
Still
that's
drive.
where
is.
the mental then that's where the mental problems of the kids comes from that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
It's a
sure.
torture.
But you know what it is though? It's a lot of gangs in Chicago though. It's mostly gang shootings, and then the gang members don't know how to shoot, so they try to shoot another gang member, and then a stray bullet hits a kid that's just playing in his yard.
Yeah. Well,
So
I mean,
literally,
it was really bad in the 70s and 80s, Timmy. Like these people were like dealing with like terrorists overseas getting rocket launchers and all. Like you could even imagine how it used to be. Like you drive down the street and see cop cars flipped over on their roofs, burned up.
mm-hmm.
Like I
Used to
mean,
be
it
like that in
was,
Compton and like I don't know other
and it's
parts of
still
LA.
bad.
It's not quite as bad as it used to be. Like in the '80s and
They
like
had
early
Yeah.
lead in
'90s,
the
it was really
water for
bad in
many
LA.
years. So wow.
Yeah. Same with Chicago. They really fixed Chicago up, but Chicago's a mess. And what they did, Timmy, see, these gangs used to have structure. They'd have gang leaders, and you go to meetings, and they had like certain like gang literature and prayers. They'd say everyone would meet up, and they had
Mm-hmm.
structure. But then the federal government came and started putting all these gang leaders into prison. Okay, so then the gang leaders would run the gangs from inside prison. So they'd take the gang leaders and put them in solitary where they'd have no contact.
Mm-hmm.
And basically over time, like people just run crazy. Like there's like gangs still exist, but they're not really gangs anymore. Like it's
They're
just
not
something
And
people
they're
as
not
say.
as like
organized.
yeah,
Right, right.
they're like
Yep.
little smaller
Wow.
like
Wait.
gangs in there.
What can they get by doing all those things?
Oh, those gangs were making like $100,000 a day selling drugs, Timmy. Like
Yeah,
I'm
they're
telling you,
making
like
bank.
people don't understand how bad like the drug and murder problems
Making
really are in some places here. I mean, it's bad. It's like
Mhm.
I mean, you gotta remember, like these cartels and stuff in Mexico, like they directly deal with places like Chicago, and they definitely directly
Yeah,
deal with places like LA.
not just the border states. They're dealing with like other
Yeah,
states. They're trafficking it all the way up to
What
like
about the
Chicago.
authority? They're not doing anything to stop all those things?
the who?
Authority.
The
Like
authority are
They've been
afraid.
trying.
or your government.
That's why now they're starting to legalize marijuana.
Yep.
because they
Because
will.
now
It will
marijuana
become
is
more
going to
worse.
cut the drug cartel.
Mhm. And plus, too, it's a way to make money. I mean,
Yep.
that's why they legalized in our state because they probably made like $300 and something million since they've legalized with all the dispensaries. Because what they're doing is they're charging the dispensaries are charging more because there's a tax on it. There's like a big tax on the weed.
What is Life is Good said? Life, lots of homeless people in cities with
Probably
good
like a
weather.
30% tax or
Yeah.
40% tax on it.
Yeah. What state do you live in, Singer? Not
Washington.
Singer? Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
Washington was one of the original
we were like
states.
the second or third state to legalize it, I think.
I think it was like California, Colorado, then Washington, if I'm not mistaken.
No, we actually did before California.
Oh, then I'm mistaken. Then
Yeah, and then Colorado was the one that like the other states were going, wow, look how much Colorado made in the first year. We're gonna do that, and then I don't know what they do with the money because they don't tell you. They're not going to tell you that all of the money is possibly going to fund schools from weed, and the parents wouldn't be happy with that.
Yeah.
And Kenny said alcohol was the same way in early days.
Yeah, in the 20s. Yeah, in the 20s it was bad too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Weed from now is like you can get weed that's so potent that like one little hit
The
will,
government bit stronger
will like
as
put
time
you
goes
out.
on.
You know, Kenny had mentioned about the alcohol. Look about the grain alcohol, the moonshine that just came out on the market, what, 8 years ago?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It's hard to keep. It could have been 20 for all I know, chasing
Yeah,
years off.
It could have been, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
back then, moonshine was just right up there ranked with drugs. There was a big demand for it. Everybody wanted it. Till the feds figured out, hey, we can make money off of this. Let's start legalizing it and tax that. So it's just taking a big vicious cycle
Right.
to get
Yeah.
everything straightened out.
But like now weed's like so like we have dispensaries a lot in Washington, and it's one of the things where there's so many different types of weed, and you can get weed that's so high THC. That's what I'm saying. One hit, and you're like out.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'll
Hey,
Hey,
ride.
John, while you're in the kitchen there, I'll take yeah, some of that'll be all right.
I'll ride my motorcycle around in Michigan, and in Michigan you could just smell like all the plants growing and stuff in the summertime, like
Oh,
clear
yeah.
as day. I mean, just everywhere you go, they grow so much.
Is that a
Yeah.
palm tree?
Here, weed's been legal. I don't even know how long. Maybe like
Jump in, John.
7, 8 years. Something.
Woo!
Yeah.
Jump in.
Nobody says life is good.
I've
John,
heard a lot of bad
cannonball into the
stories
pool.
that start
The
out
clothes
I was
on.
drinking then. I never
You're
heard
gonna get
that
maybe
people
this
smoking.
get some more people in the stream.
What? I've heard a lot of stories that start out of I was drinking then.
Yeah.
I never heard. Isn't it? Smoking is more dangerous than drinking.
Mm,
Both.
Timmy, I don't know about that. Now,
No.
I don't.
It depends on the person.
Sure, that's
Yeah.
true.
And it depends on the THC in the weed too. If you have a really strong THC and you take like one edible that it's like
And
That's a practice dummy. Oh, there he
Well,
goes.
now I want to say something, Mick Eastlings. A lot of like this street weed, like the concentrates and the carts. A lot of people are lacing it with fentanyl and stuff.
Yeah,
a lot
they
of
lace
people
it
in
with
my
other
daughter's
stuff.
school. A lot of people in my daughter's school have overdosed in school. You know, using those THC pens,
Pepper.
the concentrates. So, for me, like, I mean, my opinion is you gotta be really careful these days with anything. This world's so crazy that I'll never tell anyone what to do, but really just being sober is probably your best idea, honestly.
being sober and not and then well, I can even do weed for like for like your back or problem or to take a little edible for your back or something. But these people that just do it and just like get a buzz off of it, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They're just getting high just to feel the high and see how high they can get.
Adrian, shout out.
Isn't it?
And
Isn't
then,
it
and then there are people that are weed
legalizing?
advocates try to say that, oh, weed doesn't affect you when you're driving. I go, hell, it don't. Yeah, it does. I've seen people on weed trying to drive. A guy almost fell asleep at the wheel. The
Yeah.
guy now, he was falling asleep at the wheel. He was so high.
Oh man, I'll
Isn't
tell
it?
you.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it legalizing the weed in your place? Isn't it making the country even worse?
I do think yes, honestly. Now, this is just my opinion. Now, Timmy, I gotta tell you, when I was young and everything else, like I've smoked a lot of weed in my life. Like I mean, I don't currently use marijuana, but
Are you sure?
yeah, it's
Okay,
He's
I'm
just
just
still
checking.
he's just still on a high from all the stuff he did.
Yeah.
right. But
He smoked the whole dispensary.
I tell you what, you can really waste a lot of money in those dispensaries.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, because the weed's like twice as much as if you got it
yeah.
from like your buddy that was dealing it.
Well, now in Michigan, you could get sometimes you can get 2 ounces for like $100.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah, like they're just giving it away.
I know
But
people that grow weed for like their back and stuff, but
yeah,
or like if they get like they can't
Well,
sleep or
look
something.
at when they started bringing it out. Weed was
Is
only
it?
legalized to certain people for their cataracts,
Hmm.
for their eyes.
One step
store
leads
is
to the next step. Get weed drugs.
Getaway
In
drugs.
his
Yeah.
veins.
yeah,
You know what they're probably going to start doing, man. There's people that probably do
But
like.
watch what happens next.
Hmm.
You're gonna start having babies being born that are addicted.
Hmm.
Just like when the wife gives birth to a baby and she's been doing cocaine,
yeah.
those
Hmm.
babies are born and the babies are addicted to the
Hmm.
cocaine.
Yeah.
Right.
Huh?
Well, I know
Hmm.
my mom used to smoke weed and cigarettes when she was carrying me.
All right, Bird.
So,
We don't need to know all that
that's
Yeah.
because
so that's it.
now we know the side effects.
Yeah,
She was
that's a
probably
warning.
smoking.
That's a warning, dog. Be careful.
She was probably smoking. She was probably smoking like Virginia Slims or something.
Merit menthols. Shit, my mom.
Merit menthol. There you
Merit
go.
menthols. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oops.
Merit menthols.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't even like the smell of the smoke.
Me neither. Well, inside here ain't nobody bringing any smoke in my home or car.
No,
Nope.
I don't. I don't
Yeah,
like cigarette smoke. It's
I'm the
just
exact
terrible.
same way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I grew up breathing that crap all the time, and back then you could smoke in the restaurant, you could smoke in the mall,
Yeah, you haven't been able to do that for a
teachers would
long time
smoke
here.
cigarettes in the school break rooms. I mean, it was
Probably
horrible.
been probably been like 15 years since something like that since they've allowed you to smoke in a business. It's just been a long time because I
Yeah.
remember going to a bar a long time ago with my best friend,
Mhm.
and then it was what they call a tavern. If you know what a
Yeah.
tavern is, it's one of those
Oh,
places
we
that
used
has
to
no
go to
windows.
taverns as kids too.
And then it's got like the bar on one side, then it had like maybe half a dozen tables and like one pool table or some shit inside. It was a tiny little place with no windows in it, just a door. And we went in there. We were in there maybe for like a half an hour. We went to go visit one of his friends, my best friend's friend. There was like a couple of his buddies in there, and
More
then
than welcome.
I walked out of
Uh,
there, and then for like the whole next day, I was like, "Fuck, my clothes stink." It smelled like cigarettes, and then I had to wash them a couple times to get the cigarette smoke out. I had a
Like,
jacket I
dude.
was wearing. It was in the
Oh yeah.
winter.
When my dad died, my mom gave me like his stereo speakers and some certain things he had. And I brought them into my house, and my goodness, those things stunk so bad like cigarettes for a long
What
time too.
did you see this? Thank you for joining us, Baluchan. I got a
Hmm.
pack of Marlboro cigarettes just to put on the dash of my truck just to look cool. I don't smoke. Really? You're smoking?
Hmm.
You look cool.
And here's
You
one
know what?
thing.
I have a bad perception when this person is smoking, especially if those persons are poor. Imagine that you earn hard. Yeah, right. The cigarettes is too expensive, and then you earn hard and you buy a cigarette just to light it up, and
Hmm.
you burn your hard-earned
You know, they used to
money.
give you points. Like they used to have like points where they'd give you like these little point things, and you could get credits to buy gear.
The
My
Camel
little
Cash. Ooh, I
camel
used to love
cash.
that.
And you could buy like camel jackets that had like. And back in the day, they had a cartoon mascot that was called Joe Camel.
Joe, Smoking Joe.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
the funniest thing was people didn't realize it, but they were marketing to kids, and then they found out he looked like a scrotum. His
And then
head. You ever
and
notice
then
that?
Marlboro came out with that. They had blow up canoe and ice
Yeah.
Marlboro
coolers.
Adventure.
What
Yeah.
Yeah.
about the
And they
Philip
had the
Morris?
Marlboro man who was like a cool looking dude on a horse, a
Yep.
cowboy.
What about the Philip Morris?
That's
What
who
about
makes
the-
Marlboro, Philip Morris.
Yep.
See now, Timmy, my dad used to smoke 3 packs of Camels a day when we were kids, and
Wow,
he
that's a
used to
lot.
give us the Camel Cash. So I had the shirt because at school, you always wanted that Joe Camel. I mean, not to sound racist, but all the white kids,
You're going to
we
school
all
with Joe
wanted. We
Camel
were all
on your
greasy,
shirt.
poor white trash, and we all loved having those Joe Camel shirts. It was
And
like
then
a
now you look
badge
back
of
on it and you go, "What the hell is my dad doing?"
honor. Oh,
My father used to smoke before.
But they
But
found
we
out
call
later,
it.
like when the adults
My
go,
auntie
"Man, you
used to
look like
call
a
me.
scrotum."
You're a
yeah.
boastful person, not a proud person.
But now they're not Joe Camel anymore because they're marketing to kids. But back, it's just a funny one you can look up. Back on the Flintstones cartoon, they had Fred and Barney promoting Winston cigarettes on
Yep.
commercials back in like the
Barney.
50s in black and white to kids.
You'd
And
see
then
them
they're
kicking
playing
back
like
along
during the
along that
day.
stone wall, and then they'd say something, and then they both light one up.
Yeah.
Yo,
They had like
Adrian.
Fred talking about how good
Yeah,
Winston were and
Adrian.
lighting them up and smoking them on TV.
Yeah, times have changed.
Oh yeah.
Times have changed.
And then they used to smoke real cigarettes in movies too back in the day, and until like sometime in like the 70s or 80s, and then they stopped doing it. I think.
Yeah, I think they were still doing the 80s. 80s was still a lot of, and even some
Yeah,
of the early
and then like
90s.
Frank Sinatra and all those guys were smoking real cigarettes. They weren't joking around. They
Right.
wouldn't do much smoking of them though. They would only smoke them for like a little bit, but they would still smoke real tobacco.
And those women, they had the long cigarette holder.
Yeah, the cigarette holders. I think they're so stupid.
Yeah, and then they had those pencil cigarettes sticking out of the end of them.
Yeah.
That's
They thought they were cool.
My auntie used to smoke those 120 Virginia Slim 120s.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Virginia Slims.
Yeah.
They
had
were
a-
cool.
I had a great grandfather that smoked a tobacco pipe. When I remember going to his house like probably half a dozen times when I was a kid. I was like in elementary school, maybe.
You
like,
know the pipes. When I was
Go ahead.
growing up out here, you could tell if somebody smoked a pipe
Mhm.
because they always
Ah.
smoked a flavored one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You could
Yeah.
tell the cherry
like-
from the apple. It actually smells good, but
Yeah.
the corncob pipes and all that have kind of gone
The
to
wood
the
pipes.
side. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They're
they've
not
been
really
replaced
popular
with
anymore. You can still
marijuana
buy 'em.
Isn't
pipes.
it will be how do you call it? Picture out like a vape nowadays.
No.
Oh, all the kids vape now. Kids don't like it. My daughter told me if you smoke cigarettes, like the teenagers, like they laugh at you because they all use
Yeah.
vapes now.
Yeah, vaporizers have like the tobacco liquid in it.
Yeah.
But what is the difference in vape and a real cigarette?
It's vapor, Timmy. That's a liquid, so it heats the liquid up, and you're breathing vapor, which will just evaporate in the air as if where smoking cigarettes is nicotine, burning. So you're actually breathing, smoke. Hence the term smoke.
And then they're like different too. You like recharge all the vaporizers.
Wait. Does vape has no nicotine content?
It depends. It varies. It could go from 0 nicotine all the way up like the higher percentages.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
then most people have like low nicotine because a lot of people that smoke, they're trying to get off of regular cigarettes. So they have like low nicotine in them.
Right.
Yeah,
But I
but
just want to
they don't
ask,
get off of
how
it because they start liking the flavor, so they start
Hmm.
adding
Yeah, it could be like
more
blackberry
and
or bubble
more
gum or
and
some
more
stupid shit.
to it.
Yeah. I think it makes it worse, Chasing Tail, because people could just hit their vapes wherever, where you can't really smoke anywhere anymore.
Yep.
But
Yep.
you know what though? You can't like I work at IKEA and they won't even allow you to do vapes. There was someone that was doing one in IKEA. One of my other employees, I was
Kenny
talking to
said,
them and they
my
were telling
uncle
me
gave
about
me
it.
a puff of
They tried to
cigarette at
stop them
4 and I never touched one since then.
because it's
Why? What
not
happened, Kenny?
permitted in our store. Vape or
Probably
well, because
coughed his lungs out.
Yeah. Got real lightheaded.
Yep.
yeah, because
Sick,
they're like
dizzy.
Yeah, that's the thing, Timmy. You know, nicotine will give you a nice buzz for about a minute. Like if you're not addicted and you smoke a cigarette, you're gonna.
mhm.
Oh
You're
yeah,
probably
that's
gonna cough too
Oh,
if you don't breathe it in
so
right.
so does it mean it is
Mhm.
addictive, that kind of stuff?
oh yeah, nicotine's highly addictive.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
that's highly addictive.
Well, one of the
Yeah.
most highly addictive things you can
Or
have.
chewing tobacco. That chewing tobacco will really hit you though. You
Yeah,
pop in some, that goes right into your
I
blood.
know. I know multiple. Well, my dad did it. I had uncles that did it. I don't know if one of my cousins still does it or not, but he did it, and it's really addictive. Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah,
oh man, their breath stank like you couldn't believe.
yeah. That
Yeah,
winter.
My dad, I remember sitting right
well,
with him in the car when he did it when I was
my
younger.
great grandfather used to chew a tobacco. It
Really?
is a flavor along with it. It has a, I don't know if CC Francescan
It's like mint or some
familiar
crap.
about
Or,
it. Yeah, it has a mint leaves
yeah,
together with it,
or like
and there's also a
Kodiak.
mint.
Ugh.
There's also a mint fruit like a palm. There is a mint there. This is a kind of special of palm fruit there that they eat along with the tobacco leaves.
But like,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
She's
They do
talking
that like
about
in Indonesia and other places too.
Yeah,
a
What
yeah,
is
yeah,
that
plug.
yeah.
called? I know what you're talking about, Timmy. I don't. What's that called?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah, that's like a high. I know what you're talking about. I watched a video about that, Timmy. Like the people get addicted to it and they start. It makes your mouth turn all funny looking.
And then they make their teeth all red
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What
and
is
then their
that?
breath stinks.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can see
Yeah.
what that's called.
But it's
Yeah,
not like cocoa leaves. Oh, cocoa
but they make
leaves.
all kinds of tobacco. There's like, and then like in
Paan?
America, huh?
Is that what it
Cocoa
is?
leaves. I
What?
don't know. Cocoa leaves. Because
Say
even
it again.
my great
Batel nut,
grandfather
beetle nut, batel nut,
beetle
Yes.
nut.
beetle
Yeah.
nut. That's what you're talking about,
I
right,
think
It's
so.
Timmy?
the leaves of the nuts.
Yeah, yeah, the beetle
Mhm.
nut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
What?
Because the
Yeah,
the
they eat
beet
along.
nut leaf will turn your mouth red.
yeah. Make you high.
Yep.
Yeah, and plus with the tobacco. The sticks of the tobacco was there. And then there is a mint leaves.
He
Hmm.
was getting down. He was getting busy. Woo!
Yeah,
He was having a good old time.
yeah,
Yeah, my
beetle nut.
my that
What the hell
my
is a
great
beetle nut
grand
in the first place?
You look it up. That's something you can watch some videos on that. You'll enjoy
Mhm.
that now to
yeah,
see.
yeah,
Yeah,
Kuya Brett.
all kind of
And then
weird shit.
my great grandfather even asked us to climb up the beetle nut just to get the fruit. And he can eat it together with his tobacco.
Yeah,
Yeah, leave the
Beetle
beetle nut
juice.
alone, guys. It's
hmm,
not worth it.
yeah.
Yeah, and there's also a white powder they put along with it.
Could you
The
imagine
white
that
powder
dating
is
a lady with 3 kids and she'd be out there chewing on that beetle nut?
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's out there. You can find that. You go
Yeah,
out in
I
the
think I
forest.
think that's somewhere over in Georgia,
Yeah, Georgia, West Virginia,
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee, Alabama,
Yeah.
Arkansas. Just name a bunch of states. I don't know.
Sis Chris, thank you for coming in.
Yeah. Hi, sis Chris.
I'm sorry, I couldn't date a lady with 3 kids that chewed.
No. Well, I couldn't date a lady that chewed without any kids. Jeez. If she was chewing, her breath's gonna be, her breath's gonna be terrible, and you wouldn't want to kiss her. Come on.
She might be able to work on your car though.
Oh yeah, she'll hook you
That's
right
what
up.
all it should be good for. Go
Yeah.
work on my car. Just break your car down on purpose so she can work on it.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you,
then you know what she'll be doing? She'll be putting some skull in her freaking lip, or some Copenhagen in her lower lip.
And the white powder. I'm interested
Yeah,
to know
with her-
what this
with
white
her-
powder is.
With
The
her
white
her
powder is
Wrangler
made
jeans
out
on, and her
of
freaking
the
backwards
white
hat.
powder beard is made out of like a shell, seashell, that they burned it.
Hmm.
They burned it, that it will turn into a white powder, and then they use that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But then
That
there's
was
all
my-
kinds of, like, in American English, there's all kinds of different tobacco. There's like pouches. There's like the long cut, short. There's like the snuff. Because my dad did the skull in Copenhagen when he
Wait,
did it.
I saw it before.
He hasn't
on
done it probably for like
Instagram.
about, I don't know, 20 years or 18 years, which is
Yeah.
good.
That long
Thanks for
cut's the
coming,
best,
Ken.
like Red Man.
Hmm. My dad liked the Copen. Well, he mostly
Thank you,
did the
Kenny.
Copenhagen.
Oh,
Nice
it's a
little
lime.
house.
They called it lime.
Well, the Copenhagen came in the one that had like the like metal, the thin metal lid. Remember, it had like a lid with the Copenhagen raised on it. I think they still might come in those cans. And then what was funny is when they were doing it, we're like, oh man, we're gonna go get the beef jerky. At the store. Me and my brother used to go get the
I
beef
used to
jerky.
love that.
It was like shredded, and then
It's a
and
lime.
then we started watching
It's a
baseball.
lime chemical. The white powder is a lime chemical.
And then we started watching the baseball, and then they were mostly doing the red man, like some of the guys, and they would put it in one of their cheeks, and then we would go get the bubble gum that looked like Red Man, the Big League Chew, still around.
Yep.
And they make like grape, watermelon, and regular. I think they might make more flavors now, but I think they make apple maybe too, apple flavored, like sour apple or something. Or it's like a tart apple.
T9, are you still here, T9? You didn't see my post, T9. I shared your thing, but read what? Wait, let me see if you could read what I said.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, I don't know if you could read it.
I did not expect this. Yep.
T9 always has knife. Go watch or else.
Mm-hmm.
Tina always has knife. Go watch
There you go.
Dragon fruit.
Yeah. Whoa, give me. Hey. Hello, guys. I'm too ugly for that. I gotta be on the small picture.
When I first heard your name, I go, man,
You're showing
your
what
name's like
Tina is.
Tracy Bird, the country singer, but only with 2 R's instead of
I
one.
know it's late, but welcome in, Chris Cal.
Mhm.
Yeah, she was here for quite some time.
Mhm.
She's Chris. Thank you.
Look who popped back in, Bird. Tanae.
Chinny.
Yeah.
I wonder.
And
I hope
bam.
you saw that, T9. T9 always does have a knife, though, man. It makes me a little worried.
She always said, wait lang.
Always got. I'm telling you, you gotta be careful.
As long as it's dull, then.
I doubt it, but
Gold's worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been stabbed with both, and honestly, a sharp knife you don't even really feel it, but you get cut with a dull knife, you're gonna feel that for the rest
That's what
of
I
your life.
mean. Well,
Yep.
you'll feel
Oh,
it
yeah.
more, but
You
with
know-
sharp
you
knife,
know,
you
Beard,
won't know you have
in
a
the
giant
Philip-
gash until you look at it.
Yeah.
In the Philippines,
time.
right? When you go to the countryside, the people there that go to their rice fields, they always has a machete on their waist.
A bolo, what they call it in the Philippines.
A bolo, yeah. A
It's a certain
bolo is
type
a
of machete. It's like a
machete.
curved.
Yeah. It's really long.
It's really long and it curves.
Yeah,
I
and
just
it
got
curves.
I just got a short knife. This is good for walking around my street. When you walk around
Oh,
my
it's
street,
like a
you don't
folding
want too
pocket
long of a
knife.
knife.
Oh, that is
Foldable.
dangerous. In Philippines, when you get walk in the street and you've got that kind of knife, it's called a hunting knife, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, kind of.
It's illegal.
Or it's called like a lock blade or a
It's
liner
illegal
lock or a.
in the Philippines.
Oh,
I have
this
a-
is legal. This is legal knife. This
Yeah.
is legal. I just
It's
for
illegal in there.
yeah. If I'm just going for a walk, we got a lot of crazy people, so I just keep it ready
Yeah.
for a case.
You can
You know.
carry some knives, yeah, on your belt
Richard
or in your
also
pocket
has that.
in the
Like,
places other than like high security places like the
really,
airport or government
you have
offices or
that?
something. But
You're welcome, T9.
My line of work, I carry one everywhere I go. It comes
Yeah,
in
I
handy
love
for
the knife on my
anything and
keychain.
everything. Stripping wires, cutting hoses.
Yeah, yeah. I carry a Leatherman tool, but I put a Leatherman tool through my pinky when I was like 18 chasing tail. We were pulling wire, and I had the wire all taped up to the end of the fish tape, and I cut it upwards, and I put that thing all the way through my pinky into my ring finger. Like you could see my bones, everything. Like the tough guy on the job, he was the first person I showed was a tough guy, and he vomited.
Yeah.
It was pretty gnarly, Timmy.
You would have came and showed me, I would have handed you some paper towel and electrical tape.
Yeah,
Said,
yeah,
here,
yeah.
tape it up and go back to work.
Right. Well, it took a while to figure out where I stabbed myself at. I was running it under the water for about 5 minutes because initially
Yeah.
I thought I stabbed myself in my ring
here's
finger.
a Leatherman right here. Leatherman
That's
tool.
That's
Yeah.
a Leatherman tool. It's got all kinds of functions.
Yeah, this one was I got it given free to me. So this is when they sold it was like $115, $120 Leatherman because Leatherman is one of those companies that they discontinue tools all the time, making new ones.
Oh, look who we
Nice.
have
Yeah.
here. There you go.
It's got the standard size of a knife blade on it. There's
Thank
the
you
knife
for
blade, like the
joining us tonight.
3-inch knife blade on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I put through my finger, I think.
Oh yeah.
Ay, nag-try
Kind
lang
of like
ako
other tools
Is it
on it.
scary?
Like
Huh?
the pliers, like I
What is
showed
it,
you.
Lalabs?
The pliers with the wire
try lang
cutters.
ako umakyat. Marinig ko ba kayo?
And it's
Rinig
got
mo
like
kami.
what are the other ones it's got on. It's got the saw
Yeah.
with the woo, and that's actually a gutting to gut your animal.
Right.
What that's for? That little hook on the end. You can see that.
What is the
And then-
purpose of that? Oh my god, this is scary.
Well, it's a
If you
saw
got
that's
some
a
they
saw
call
stuff.
faster-
All-purpose tool.
Right.
Mhm. And they're made in the company's in Oregon,
That's
like Portland, Oregon, I think.
Ah.
And then it's got a I can get this one out.
Well,
It's
that
a
is
file.
good when you go for a
There's
hunting.
there's the wood
Yeah.
saw. You can see that the wood saw.
Uh-huh.
And then there's another tool in here somewhere that's got the fine and rough file on it for like filing wood or filing metal. And then there's when you open it up, and it's got the bottle opener on it.
Really?
The bottle opener with the little hook, and then it's got
Yours
What's
have the
got else?
toothpick in it?
yeah, this one's got the
That bottle opener can use as a
the
toothpick.
Phillips screwdriver.
No,
You can
they
flip it
used to
around.
have a thin plastic toothpick that would slide in the bottom of the
I
handle.
have one of those on a small one. I can show you the small one, and then this one opens up, and it's got these on this one. It's got a really small flathead screwdriver, and it's got the
Oh, it's
bigger
just like
flathead
a
screwdriver with
small.
the removable
It's just
tip,
like a
with
small
two
thingy,
size
but it
tips
has a
on it.
lot of.
Yep.
And these are
It'll
really
fit-
nice. These
It
things will last
fits
you
in the
forever.
palm of your hand.
And these things will last you forever. These are like you can drop these on the ground and shit, and they'll still work. But if I can close it right, there we go. Close it, and then I got a little one too on my keys. On my keys right here, the little one, the little Leatherman. Got a Style CX, and it's got the little like tweezers that come out. I can get them out. They're so hard to get out. It's got the little set of tweezers that are kind of worthless, really. Little tweezers.
Yep.
See
Yeah.
that? Little tweezers. And this one's got like scissors on it, like little scissors for cutting stuff. And it's got like less tools, got like 7 tools on it. And this one's got a carabiner plus bottle opener. You can do it how you put it on. And
We
it's
have
got
Brad with all of the thing that you show. The only
the tiny
the
knife
only
blade.
thing that excites me is the
Tiny knife
tweezer.
blade on it.
It's a what?
Tweezer.
Oh,
Yeah.
pulling
cool.
out splinters.
I use this one a
Yes.
lot, the little one. I use the knife blade a lot on that.
Really
The little
nice
one's
tool.
handier.
How's
You
T9
see all
today?
Yes,
this awesome.
Lalabs.
Yeah.
Lalabs, putol-putol ang dingig ko eh.
Hi
Nag-try lang
today.
ako makyat ba kung kaya. Hi, Sir
No, no nail
Gian.
cutter.
Rinig mo.
No.
Sir Brett, there's a
Kumusta,
nail cutter.
lalabs?
Ngayon, narinig ko.
No.
No nail
Lang,
cutter, but
lalabs.
there's a nail
Uy,
trimmer
bird.
called the knife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a
No
wire
nail cutter,
cutter.
but they
I
are
have like
finger cut.
On the bigger one, there's a wire cutter right here. There's a wire cutter in
the
the bottom
other one.
right there.
No
You see
nail
it?
cutter, Kuya Brett, but they are a finger cutter.
Yeah. Yeah, T9, I watch your video. You spend all that money. You spend all that money on that fruit. I made sure to watch it. You earned your view from me. You earned that.
Hmm?
The dragon
Uy,
fruit's so
bird.
expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's so expensive. 75 pesos, only that a little amount. A little, size. The heck? And I
Ha?
don't like the taste. Oh my God, I don't like.
Why? Sour?
No, something, matabang. And then,
Oh.
ewan ko.
She likes
And
the
then,
seeds.
my neighbor, but I like the seeds because it's so crunchy. And then
Mm-hmm.
my neighbor said that, need to put, milk so that the taste be yummy,
To make it
yummier.
small.
Yummy.
No, we
Yeah,
have
to
a
make it,
dragon fruit. We have a dragon fruit plant before, Lalabs, but they did not take
how's that taste, Malabs?
care of it, so it can stay long. But it has bare fruits for 2 times. Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
during summer, the last no, it's not summer. It's a typhoon. Then it vanished.
Typhoon
Oh.
killed you. You could be
Yeah,
rich. You
shade.
start growing those and you be rich.
Ay, Sir
Shady
Shady!
Glenn, Miguel,
Yeah, but
shout
it
out
takes
to
so
you.
long
Thank
for a
you for
dragon
coming.
fruit tree to mature.
Hmm.
Shout out Shady
There-
Glenn. How long do you have to wait, Chasing Tail?
Probably 15 to 20 years
Oh, it's an investment in the
Dragon fruit?
future.
Yeah. It's a,
to grow
It's
the
like-
tree, Timmy.
To grow the tree, no, not 15 to 20 years. That's too long.
No. Ano?
Just 5 to 10
No.
years.
5 to 10?
But, yeah,
Well,
5
maybe
to
in
10.
Philippines it's probably better growing soil
Yeah.
and climate.
well, it
You know,
depends. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you going to grow?
Over here, we're
Well, if it is coconut, it will reach to 5 to 10 no lalabs before it bear fruits. But if it's
Mhm.
in the other fruits like mango,
Yeah.
right, 2 to 3 years it will bear fruit.
Mhm. Yeah, it depends on where you live and what grows
Years
there.
na already
Hmm.
fruit.
You know? That's one thing unique about about the world is different stuff grow in different climates and different soil. Because like I live in Washington, we're big on like berries, and then we're humongous on apples. We're the biggest apple grower. We grow more apples than a lot of countries grow, just in our state alone.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And they're the best apples too.
Mulberries grow here easily.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had a mulberry tree. I'd cut it down every year, and it would grow back and bear fruit by the end of the summer.
Here
They're
is
like
the
the
thing. You
weed.
know what? I only know that we have wild berries when I get here in Malaysia.
Mhm. Yeah, no, not very many people grow
Yeah,
like.
and it's just like I saw it in our backyard before. We don't take notice about it. And my
Yeah.
father said, "Hey, it is a poisonous kind of plants." But
That's
when
a
I get here
birdberry.
in Malaysia,
Yeah.
the wild berries. It's
Yeah,
a
those are
wild
bird
berries.
Mhm. Yeah, you don't eat them. They
Nope.
they make you really sick
Oh,
or
this
they'll hospitalize you. But no, I was talking to people on a stream before, and I was talking about some berries, and Filipino didn't even know what I was talking about. I go, yeah, we have a berry called like a huckleberry that grows in Oregon and Washington.
Yep.
It's a little bit bigger in Oregon. Then we have like boysenberries, which is a cross between like a blackberry and a raspberry or something like that. Mhm.
It's a
It's a
wild
hybrid.
apple.
And, yeah. And then we grow tons of apples, like you can't believe. Almost practically every variety.
And the thing is, before we thought that in Philippines cannot grow apples.
No,
It's
they
only
can't
later
grow apples.
we realized
They're
that we
imported
can.
if they get
It
any.
can. It can grow, bread.
Hmm.
It can grow.
Well, you don't see very many people eating apples in the Philippines, from what I've seen on videos, anyways. It's hard to because
Yeah,
most of them are
because
imported.
we are more on tropical fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Shady. Hello.
You probably get your apples from Australia if you get them, most of them, or from like Japan,
Mm-hmm.
because Japan,
Well,
that's where
thank
they
you for
originally
coming
grow
in,
Fuji
Shady.
apples.
Then,
Hmm. Like here, we got so many varieties of apples, man. You go to the store and you're like trying to figure out which apple to get. You're like, do I want this one or this one or this one? Or each store probably has at least 6, 8 varieties. Some stores have even more. And then they keep coming out with new varieties every like 3 or 4 or 5 years. They come out with a new variety of apple. Seriously, like when I was younger, I go, man, now there's like 20 varieties of apples or something. I'm like, wow.
I like my favorite variety is the
there's a
candy
lot of
apple.
apples in
Uh,
Philippines nowadays.
mine's the Honey Crisp.
Yeah. No, but I like the Pink Lady. Pink Lady's a good apple.
The Cosmic Crisp, you should try that. That one's good too.
Mm.
Mm.
There's all kinds of Crips apples and Granny Smith and Golden Delicious, Red Delicious, freaking
But
the one
is
you
it
said,
really a
Pink
variety
Lady,
of apple, or is it the name of the brand?
the variety.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
call 'em. And then they're just like you can go on a website and look at all of them, and so you know which one's which when you go buy them or something.
Apples are a serious thing here, Timmy.
Yeah, they're serious here. It's like our biggest money making crop
Yeah.
Oh,
in Washington by
apples.
far.
Apples are like the balut. They're like the
Hmm.
balut of Washington.
Balut.
Yeah. Well, no, they're bigger than Balut here.
Balut.
I can guarantee it because we're shipping apples to Asian countries and Canada and all over the place. I
Yeah.
think we like 62 countries or something. We
Yeah.
export apples to from just my state.
Yeah, we
Oh,
even get Washington apples here sometimes,
Yeah,
even though they grow a lot of apples here, but we still get Washington apples
because
also.
they're technically better in my opinion. I've had out-of-state apples and in-state apples, and I think the in-state ones are better.
Shady Glen, sort of like rice, many
Mhm.
kids. Kinds. Oh, yeah, rice has a lot of kinds in the
It
Philippines.
has to do with the climate and the soil. Is was why different stuff grows in different countries. It's the climate and the soil.
Yeah.
The soil has different minerals in it, and like different states and different countries, so you can grow different like vegetables and fruit and all that stuff.
Here we just grow corn.
Hmm.
Corn,
We used
soybeans, and
to
then
we
around
used to
Lake
grow
Michigan, though, we
different
got
kinds
fruit
of
belts.
rice.
Yeah. Hmm.
We got some fruit belts around Lake Michigan. That, apples and grapes and stuff.
Phillips, thank you.
Ain't too bad.
Oh, new
Uh-oh,
member,
Tina.
member hype.
Yes,
Is
she
anybody
is.
going to hop on the member train and then do another one? You ever see that? Someone goes dono train, and then there's like 3 or 4 or 5 people that donate in a row
I'm
to
too
start a
poor.
train.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Timmy. I'm too poor. I,
Mhm.
I,
Oh, that's not a problem.
I
We're
don't
here
even
in the
have a
Canada. That's
PayPal
good
anymore.
enough.
Mhm. You can pay your pal
Not
Timmy.
alone there.
But so
Go
you live in
down the
Michigan?
No, actually, I live in Indiana.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, Phillips, thank you
Yeah,
for
I live
joining
right
us
on the Michigan
tonight.
border.
oh,
I'm about
Thank you for joining us tonight, Phillips.
15 minutes
Uy,
from
Bird!
Michigan.
Bye-bye,
About
Mono.
you leaving?
Tina said bye-bye. She's
Bye,
leaving.
Tina.
bye,
Thank
bye,
you.
In
Tanae.
Thank you for
in the
joining us,
chat.
Phillips.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
she's only up
about
here for like
15
10
minutes
minutes.
from
Jeez.
Michigan, an hour from Illinois, and an hour from Ohio.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you ever go to any of those states?
Yeah, I
Oh,
go to
again.
Michigan and Illinois and Ohio all the time.
Oh,
See, I only live about 20 minutes from Central Time Zone. So the county next to us is on Central Time.
Yeah,
And
sure
then
she has, Shady Glen.
oh yeah.
we're,
Some parts of Indiana are on 2 time zones.
oh, yeah. Yeah, right
Well,
next to us.
one
And
part and the other part's on different time zone.
before we didn't do
One
daylight
central, one
savings
eastern.
time. We didn't do daylight savings time until like '05. So for half the year, we were on the same time as Chicago, and then for the other half of the year, we were on the same time as Michigan. But the county above us was on the same time with us for half the year, and then the county west of us
Wow,
was on the
it's
same time
confusing.
for us half the year.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of commuting.
Yeah, it's
So
just
I've
like
actually
Hawaii.
worked in other time zones.
There's
before.
another state like that too. I think it's Texas. They have one county in western Texas. It's on a different time zone, I think, than the rest of Texas. Just like Hawaii is too. Juneau, their capital is 1 hour behind West Coast time, like where I am. I'm like, what? I didn't know that until like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm like,
Well, I think the Upper Peninsula of Michigan's on Central Time, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, because the way the time zones go like this, and across the world they go vertical.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so like our time, like my West Coast time was all the way through Western Canada, but Northwestern Canada goes all the way up.
Yeah. So, all right. So,
British
if I went
Columbia.
to Chicago right now, it's 11:30 a.m. here. But I'd start being in Chicagoland. It would be 11:30 there. I got
Yeah,
it.
because it's 1 hour behind you and two
Yep.
hours ahead of me.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Hmm. Chicago, Illinois. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But then going home, you lose 2 hours.
Yeah.
How then how weird it is. You are in one state, but you don't have the same time zone.
That's right. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm very close to where it changes because the county next to me, you're talking like 20 minutes drive,
Hmm.
and you're in a different time zone, Timmy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said, oh, how weird it is.
Yeah. You could be on the border of one state and go to another state. It could be a different time zone. You could literally just walk across the border. It could be a different time.
Well,
Some
this
states.
this is what makes me wonder. What are they? What kinds of how you called it? Sure, there is output they will look on to change the time zone, right?
What? Could you ask that again, Timmy, please?
I don't know.
It's
I don't
kind of
understand.
to look for to change the time zone.
You know your phone will change now. When you drive in another time zone, your phone changes.
Yeah, because it has something to do with like the satellite.
Yep.
And then what's weird is everything else you have to change it. Well, what's funny is now here's one that's crazy. How's your laptop change? It does, but how's it do it? Does it do it the same way the phone does? Because I don't know if it
I mean,
does.
you'd have to connect to the internet somehow.
Yeah, I think it's the internet that's doing it probably.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have
If
to
you're always
connect
connected to the internet, it'll automatically change.
It's a little bit weird, Glenn, but like for me, that's all I know. But like I said, we used to not even do daylight savings time. Timmy, do you know what daylight savings time is?
Yeah, I know when it is they added 2 hours to your
One
exact
hour.
1 hour.
One
Yeah.
hour, 1 hour.
Yeah.
All
In
right.
the spring, we move our clocks forward 1 hour, and in the fall, we turn our clock back another hour.
It's just no, I believe it's November 1st. We turn them back, and then it's
Yeah, how is
March.
that? Why? Why is
Yeah,
that?
something like that.
It was like almost like over 2 months ago they did it. I can't remember what was it March?
Uh,
I can't remember.
what is the purpose of the time zone?
I don't know. It was
Hi,
really done for the
hello,
farmers.
make a love shout out to your
The
clothes,
the
Johnny.
well, daylight
Come
savings
in.
time. I don't know what the reason for the time zones are, but daylight savings time and all that crap was
Yeah.
for farming for some reason.
March 12th and November 5th.
Yeah, that's my mom's birthday is March 12th. So yeah, changed on my mom's birthday every time we go to daylight savings.
Yeah. Well, they got mad.
Yeah, when
we
it stays
started
lighter
doing
an
that-
hour longer.
When we started doing daylight savings time, people got mad. And then we had to decide what time zone to be. So there was a big argument over what time zone we wanted to be. Because everyone's like, well, we should be central because, obviously the nearest big city next to us is on central. But then everyone's like, yeah, but we should be on the same time as New York. So
Yeah.
they decide we're on the same time as New York, even though it's like 12-hour more drive to go
And then-
to New York.
And then there's like Arizona and Hawaii are the two states that they don't do daylight savings or change their clocks at all. So like Hawaii for 6 months out of the year, they're 2 hours behind me, and then 6 months out of the year, they're 3 hours behind me, and then Arizona 1 hour ahead of me for like 6 months, and then they're the same time as me for 6 months.
Oh, because
Makes no
Arizona
sense.
still doesn't do it, huh?
Yeah, Arizona doesn't do it. Neither does Hawaii.
Yeah.
I know 3 people from YouTube that live in Hawaii, and they're like, "Oh man," they get confused too. Still, this one lady I've known for like 3 years from YouTube, the Hapster,
What
she
about
gets all
you? What
confused.
about you? What
Still,
about you, Björn and Kuya Brett? You guys did not confuse when it gets to how you called it, to daylight savings.
Yeah. Well, before we did it, because like I said, we just started doing it in 2005. So we had one time zone would be the same time as us for half the year, like right north of us. Like I'm talking like 15-minute drive, where people work here and there. They'd be on the same time half of the year, the same time not. But then next to us, you drive west 15, 20 minutes, and they'd be the opposite. But they'd be, for half of us, half the year, they'd be the same time and not. I don't know if you can follow that or not.
here's a funny one.
But it confused everyone because people come and work here because, before.
That's what I
Yeah,
mean. If you worked in that
it's a
that other state,
headache.
a 15-minute drive away, and you were driving maybe 20 minutes, half hour to go to work or whatever it was, you'll get confused all the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was a mess.
You go over there and it'd be 1 hour ahead, then you come back and or you go there and it's 1 hour behind, then you come back and it's 1 hour ahead, and then you're I don't know if your cell phone would be changing back and forth all the time every time you go to and from work.
Yeah, for sure it does.
Mhm.
For sure.
It'll
It does.
automatically change.
What is the purpose of save daylight saving though?
I don't know.
They say it was because of the farmers,
Yeah, for
but
some reason.
it'll be light out till like 10 p.m. in the summertime here.
Almost, yeah, it would be light until like
And
9. You're
in
like
the
9:30,
wintertime,
9:45.
Like in Chicago, it'll be pitch black at like 5 p.m. in the winter.
Claudio is
Yeah,
laughing.
here
It's
for like
unbelievable.
a week, it's or like a week and a half, it's dark before 5.
Yeah.
Or for like a week and a half. Because what it is, if you look at it, you there's like trackers you can do. And when we turn to daylight savings time, it goes up 2 minutes every day. Like it gets lighter for or the sunset goes. He's ascended 2 minutes every time, and then when you get to the longest day of the year, that's when in June, which is coming up in like less than a month. That'll be the summer solstice, I think is what they call it. This is like the longest day, and then in December it's the shortest day. And then after the longest day, it goes down 2 minutes every day. And then until it gets to like a certain point, and then we change our clock back to an hour, so then that's when it gets lighter at different times.
Then how
Normally,
do
we
they
didn't change
do
our clock. I
that?
could get light at like 5:45 at one time instead of 4:45, whatever the hell it is, for like one day or 2 days.
Good
Are you
night, sis
confused, Timmy?
Chris.
Mm-hmm. Bye,
I'm so
sis, Chris. Yeah,
confused.
sleep well.
Like how they do that?
Good night, Chris Cole.
It's so confusing. And then if you watch and you go, man, I wish it was light, freaking like it is in like June for the whole damn year.
Yeah. Yeah, most people hate daylight savings time, Timmy.
Mhm.
I feel like most people
I
hate
know
that.
someone who doesn't really like daylight savings is brother Sean Williams.
Yeah.
He really don't like daylight
Yeah,
savings.
he doesn't like getting dark early
Right.
in
Yeah,
the winter.
mostly
But
people
I'm like,
don't
would you
like
really
that.
want to go out and and when it's freezing ass cold in Chicago, Sean?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Right. Well, and then it's more dangerous. There's a lot
Mhm.
more crime when it's dark. Like these kids, they gotta go to school and it's dark out, and
Mhm.
a lot of times kids are getting hit by cars and stuff happens, and
Mhm.
that it's
Yeah, there's more crime when it's dark. Of course, most
Oh,
of the
yeah.
time, someone's not going to break into a car or do something when it's light out because more people can see it.
Yeah. I
Potentially
will
can
say
see
though,
it.
the last time, a few weeks or a month,
By
whatever,
remains grateful covers.
they
Claudio.
did. They shot someone in broad daylight across the street from me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, crime does happen. I've been robbed a few times in broad daylight.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I got
Crime
robbed
does
by a
happen.
teenager before, Timmy. I was walking down the street. And I I seen this guy and he give me the head nod and I feel kind of weird. And so I look over my shoulder and he's behind me. I look over my shoulder again. He's still behind me. Third time I look over my shoulder, he's gone. Then all of a sudden I feel boom. He busts his glass bottle over my head. So you know me, of course, I'm ready, beat him up. But he's all like scared because he thought I was just gonna like fall down in a pool of blood. So he pull out the gun on me. It starts following me. Yeah. So he starts following me because I'm like, dude, I ain't got nothing for you. And there was like kids outside playing at the school on the playground and everything. Right here, I could see it. And, man, this dude was probably like 13 years old. Like, and I didn't even know what to do because he wouldn't leave me alone. He's like, oh man, I'll kill you. And I'm like, man, dude, like what you gonna kill me for? Finally,
Pretty sure that kid doesn't have a father.
nah.
Is that kid is a high?
It was more, I think it's because, see, I didn't live in that neighborhood. I was actually going to the jewelry store. I took the bus. I was going to the jewelry store because I was buying some jewelry. So, like, I had, like, a couple $1,000s on me, but I didn't want to give it to Timmy. I didn't really know what to do, like, because I didn't want to, like, fight him for the gun because, there's all these kids outside and, I don't know, somehow, like, I ended up throwing my bus money on the ground. So I had some change to take the bus. So I threw my bus money on the ground. And he was satisfied with that. But then I have to go to the jewelry store, got my jewelry. I called my mom, and my mom gave me a ride back to school.
Bird was in there getting some like gold rope chains.
No, it was some gold teeth. Suppressant ones. Yeah.
Like it wasn't the grill.
But yeah, it was a grill.
Yeah.
But I did. One time I got robbed at gunpoint. I had a big gold chain on, and the guy didn't see it. I was working at 7-Eleven graveyard shift, and me and my buddies, we were watching these videos. Like, you guys remember, like, the Faces of Death videos? And my buddy, I don't know why he wanted to do this to me, because I was getting ready to go work graveyard shift at the gas station, but he wanted to watch this video of robberies gone wrong. And that's all the video was robberies gone wrong and people getting killed.
Yeah.
So I get on the bus to go to work. Right? And I was younger. I had my big gold chain. I thought I was, someone real cool, Timmy. And I get off the bus, and he was definitely a drug addict. He comes riding up next to me on a bicycle. He's all like, he's like, let me get square, which that means cigarette. It's, slang for cigarette. He's like, let me get square. I was like, man, I ain't got no square, man. He's all like, let me get a light. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Then he's like, give me all your money. I'm like, man, I don't know what you talking about, man. Now look, and he's following me. He had the gun, but he had the gun like down here. Like, he's like following me like that with the gun on me. And the first thing I think about was watching those videos. And like, I didn't have no money, Timmy. And the dude just like say, every time people rob you at gunpoint, it's like they don't want to take no for an answer. It's like you keep telling them, look, man, I ain't got nothing. Like,
well, I've never been robbed at gunpoint, so I don't know.
They be getting mad, so I threw down, like, I think my keys. And dude's looking at the keys. And when he was looking at the keys, like my chain, I don't know how he didn't see my gold chain, Timmy, but I slipped it off over my head and put it in my back pocket. While he was down there, he starts flipping out. He never saw my chain. He got pretty mad. And, man, I tell you what, I was scared that night at work. I didn't even want to work. I'm in there and, oh, yeah. But the funny part of it was, like, about 2 or 3 days later, I was working, and it was a lot of cops, because this was a pretty high crime area. A lot of cops, like, there was probably at least, like, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 of them come in there. Like, they all just pulled in fast, and they ran up on this guy and, like, threw him on the wall, and they're all like, going crazy on him. I asked the cops, I'm like, what are you guys doing to that guy? And they're like, he's been going around robbing people, and I was like, that ain't him, because it wasn't. I was like, the guy you guys are talking about already robbed me. I'm like, you guys got to go. So the cops got all mad at me because I kicked them out. And then a few weeks later, they come and took my car away because of that, Timmy. Yeah. Oh, man, I'll tell you. Yeah, we don't used to have some adventures. We used to have some adventures back in the day, Timmy.
Yeah. But 7-Eleven, though, it's always almost every 7-Eleven stuff goes down.
Yeah. Oh, it was rowdy. The 7-Elevens I worked at were
Why
rowdy.
is
Mhm.
ghost town? Because it's a boom in the Philippines.
There used to be a 7-Eleven by where I live.
It's in the peak
It was
in the
like crazy shit
Philippines.
down there.
It's
Like
kind of
someone
popular.
tried to run their car through the 7-Eleven. One of the clerks almost got shot. One of the clerks almost got shot, and then went right where the cigarettes were behind the counter. You stand by the
Oh, why?
till.
Why do
The
people is acting
till is
like
like
that?
right here, and then the
Isn't it
cigarettes were
because
like
of
behind
the
the
too
till,
much freedom?
about 3-4 feet, and then
Too
I
much
went
what,
in there
Timmy?
right after it happened.
I
Go ahead.
said, why is the people do? Why are they doing that? It is because of the result of too much freedom.
I don't know.
Too much drugs usually. Okay, so I got a cousin. He's dead now, but he's dead now. But he
Wow.
used to be a real good kid, right? He used to be a real good kid. But then he had got into some trouble and they sent him. He got locked up, and when he got locked up, he started using meth. He started using shabu. So when he got out, we didn't know it. But basically, I was working at the 7-Eleven, right? And during the nighttime, all the 7-Elevens were calling me, right? And they're like, be careful. They're like, be careful. Someone's going around robbing all the 7-Elevens. I'm like, okay, all right. Like, I mean, all the 7-Elevens called me and warned me. Well, about like an hour later, my cousin Adrian, the one that started using the shabu, but we didn't know, him and like a bunch of his buddies, like there's probably 6 of them, and Adrian, they come walking in, they're all laughing and ha 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 ha. And I'm like, what's so funny, Adrian? He's like, man, I've been walking around robbing all the 7-Elevens. And I'm like, why are you here?
What?
I'm like, they've been looking for you, man. And I'm telling you, Timmy, he used to go around and just do robberies every single day. Like it was
Wow.
nothing. Like he'd want me to come with him. Like he'd be like, man, you'll go rob the Save-A-Lot. I'd be like, no. Why would you want me to rob the Save-A-Lot? But
The guy's a
but
career criminal.
well, he was strong. He ended up he spent more of his life in prison than he spent free. He actually beat a guard up so bad that he ended up getting a lot of time for that one. But
Yeah, you can't touch a correctional officer.
I used to have to fight him. He tried robbing me before because I was I might have been selling some drugs at the time. Like I may or may not have. I can't really tell you that. But now, mind you, this is a long time ago.
Bird was
You know,
selling some freaking oxycontins probably
I,
on the black
but
market.
he come up. He tried robbing me before. That was really when I quit hanging out with him. But
Did you beat him up?
huh? No,
Did you
I
beat
didn't
him
beat him
up?
up. I had to fight him a lot though. He told me once when I found out because he was smoking crack. He started smoking crack because there wasn't
Crack
really a
is a
lot of
higher,
meth. Yeah, so he was smoking
more
crack, and
potent cocaine.
he told me, Timmy. He said one day if you ever see me smoking crack again, beat me up. So I told him, all right, Adrian, if I ever see you smoking crack again, I'll beat you up. And I'm not joking. The very next day, he comes up to me. He's all,
You beat him up.
listen. He's like, guess what I got? And I'm like, you got some crack, don't you? He's like, yeah. I said, let me see. And I held out my hand, and he dropped in my hand, and I threw it in my pocket, and I cock up to fight him. So we're fighting, right? And I had some big, heavy blue jeans on, and when we're fighting, we go to the ground. And we go to the ground, and he grabs my pocket. And ripped, while we're fighting, Timmy, he ripped my pants all the way down the seam to
Really?
try to get that crack rock. Oh, he was a tough dude. When he was locked up in Arizona boot camp. He was winning like trophies for wrestling. I mean, this dude was a monster.
Just get him on some drugs. He's probably even more out of
Oh,
control.
it was bad. He ended up killing himself. He killed
Oh.
himself 2 days after I wrecked my motorcycle. I hit 2 trucks with my motorcycle, and then I was all proud because I didn't miss no work. And but I had to miss a day 2 days later because my other cousin called me and told me Adrian was dead. So I did miss that day of work, which it was a mess, but it was very sad. It was very sad because he was really a good guy until that happened. He got hold. And, a lot of people, that's why they do robberies, but some people just do robberies as a job. But that's more like bank robbing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly people that are robbing gas stations or robbing people on the streets.
Well,
And
it's kinda wondering how a good guy turns out to be a monster. There must be some reason there.
I
Yeah,
mean, it was
wife with 4 kids.
yeah.
Yeah, they choose tobacco. She's a real winner. She puts the snuff in her lower lip and has her 4 little kids with her that are all like,
Nowadays, you can't do a crime and chew tobacco because if you spit it down on the ground, they got your DNA.
Yeah.
mhm.
But they don't even investigate crimes anymore. A lot of places chase and
Wow.
tail. You know, I feel like that's
It's
why
just
we got so much crime in my city right now because we got people coming from all over the place, killing people and doing crime here. I asked my daughter, I said, why do you think we got so many killings here now and all this stuff? And she's like, it's because the police don't arrest people anymore. And
No.
I thought about it, and I was like, I think that's the reason why. Because, it's amazing, Timmy. The stuff that people could just do, and the cops don't even look at you anymore.
Bird, where I'm at, you don't go out and rob somebody because there's too many other people around you that have guns.
Yeah, well, that's how, it should be. I mean, but it's scary.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It's scary,
I mean, you go and try and do a house invasion up here, you better have a full body armor suit on.
Yeah. Well, that does, but people do get, I mean, that still happens here. We are a red state, but
Yeah.
I live in a blue city, though, and that's kind of a weird dynamic.
Uh,
It's a
Not
weird
saying
dynamic.
nothing new.
Yeah. Yeah. But Illinois is a blue state. Honestly, aside from like Chicago and maybe like Springfield in certain areas, like most people in Illinois are very, very conservative.
Yep.
Yeah, but the big cities, same with Michigan. Michigan, I mean Detroit's a real blue city, but a lot of Michigan's red. I mean, a lot of the country's like that. It's the big cities that vote blue mostly. And I'm not trying to be political because now I will say I'm not necessarily one of these guys that tells you how you should think, but I will say that there are certain things that each party are going to do that are harmful to us. So if anybody hears this, I'm not making any insults to anyone, but I will say people should have the right to defend themselves.
Well, that's one of your constitutional rights, anyways.
Correct. Yeah.
But
What?
isn't it there is some place in the US that's still safe?
Yeah.
There's plenty of places that are still
There's
safe.
plenty of places.
hmm
I mean, a lot of even a lot of dangerous places aren't really that dangerous if you stay to yourself, but I mean, it depends what you call danger. Everybody got a different idea what they think is dangerous. But there's
Us being over here, Timmy, we could say Manila's dangerous.
right.
hmm
That's dangerous. Before, yes, it is.
No,
Because of the
even now,
structures.
all we would have to hear is, hey, somebody got stabbed, somebody got robbed over there, somebody got beat up outside in the red light district. Oh, that area is dangerous.
Right.
Okay, in our eyes, once somebody hears that, now the word starts spreading. Oh, it's dangerous here, it's dangerous there. I don't want to go there. I don't, that's how it all starts.
Yeah.
Now, those of us over here, like Bird's talking, some of us would say, well, that's not dangerous. It's just part of life. It happens.
That's true.
That's their environment.
Right. And it depends what people do, too. Like these stories I'm telling Timmy, you got to keep in mind some of the variables. Like, late night at the gas station. Okay, that's, almost no matter where you go, the criminals are going to be out at late at night, right?
Yeah.
Drug abusers. Drug abusers are going to tend to be more inclined to do crazy things in crime, obviously. And certain neighborhoods, okay, certain neighborhoods are going to be dangerous. There's cities like you could go to Chicago, and there's neighborhoods that, at least before, that never have any kind of crime. But then there's other areas that you don't really want to even drive through there.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it's everything's situational, and people do have different opinions of what they would consider dangerous, because if you know how to act, you can be safe a lot of places that might not be safe for other people, because they're committing crime, or they're using drugs, or they're got gang tattoos, things like that. So, just
Shady
food for
Glenn
thought.
said, too much television to me. Everyone thinks they use John Wayne. Who's
Yeah,
John Wayne,
cowboy.
Yeah, he was a Western actor.
Oh,
He did like cowboy and Indian movies and rode a horse and
oh.
all that stuff.
Well,
He died in like the early Halloween.
I have a favorite American actor with Sylvester Stallone.
Uh,
Yo, Adrian.
he's
Adrian's
still
taking a
around.
beating today.
He had like a
Yeah,
show last year, some like sitcom. He
Yeah,
was
I
in,
like,
like
and
action TV show.
I like Sylvester Stallone and Steven Seagal.
Mm-hmm.
The latest Vin Diesel. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know why women like Vin Diesel.
Calm
I
down,
don't want to
Timmy.
get it.
Calm down, Timmy.
Mhm.
They're tough guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
like
I like
action
some tough
movies
guy actors
compared to
too, like
those.
Clint
I
Eastwood.
like no, I like
I
action
like
movies
Clint Eastwood
compared
the
to those
best.
love stories.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood.
He's
Mm-hmm.
he's my favorite
Clint Eastwood.
tough guy. Definitely Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, he's one of the nicest
Oh,
guys.
Steven.
And he's like,
Right. He's a good guy. He takes care of
Mhm.
himself. He's not about all that negativity. I like
And now he's
Clint
getting
Eastwood.
old. Fuck, he's
Mm.
old
Oh,
enough.
they're all
Old
getting
enough to be
old.
my grandfather.
Right.
They're old now.
He's like 90, almost 93 years old, I think. Clint Eastwood,
How old are you? Not a singer?
42.
Oh, he's still a baby. He's still a baby,
Oh,
too.
baby.
No, I'm not a baby anymore. No, because when you get to a point where you start going to like a lot of these YouTube streams and like working with people that are like in their 20s, you start to feel starting to feel old.
Last year I was doing landscaping with people in their 20s. I was, 44? 44
Yeah.
working with like 21-year-olds, but
Yeah, I was
I've
working with
gotten
like
fat now because I've been lazy, but
I work with like a few
man,
people that are right out of high school
I was working
or
circles around
they
those
got out of high
people.
school last year.
What do
I
you
was
mean you've
working.
been lazy, Bird? You
Well,
become
how
you have a
come?
kind of you are kind of this kind of holic thing, eating holic. You
Eating
have a
holic.
seafood.
He's
Or like
he's
the older you get, the more you appreciate the good food.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
You have a seafood.
You know
diet.
what it is because
Yeah.
Your seafood
your
meal
palate
is
changes.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you eat like hot dogs and French fries, and you go to like the cereal and shit like that. And then when you get older, you start eating like the steaks and the fucking pork chops and the fucking lobster
Lobster. Yep.
and crab and fucking all the good stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
I haven't
eat
eaten
all
yet today, guys. Just FYI, I've not ate yet. I've been sitting on
Yeah.
this YouTube all morning.
Snappers.
Yeah, so have I. I've been on YouTube since I got home from work at like 10:30 straight, other than getting like something to eat and then making me a coffee and going to the bathroom, and that's about it. And turn on YouTube. I got YouTube running on 3 devices right now.
Oh
What
man.
do you read? You are in the bathroom. You still have a YouTube on.
Yeah, because I still have the laptop running with the stream on, and my
Did you
TV's
bring
been
your
on for
laptop inside the bathroom?
my TV's been on for like 2.5 hours or almost
Timmy
3 hours now.
disappeared.
It gives you that great sound effect, Timmy, when you're in the bathroom.
Reverb.
Yeah.
Natural reverb.
But yeah, I'm not.
Drop, drop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Chasing Tail, do you eat raccoons?
No, I do not. The only the only wild animal, I shouldn't say I do not. I have tried it. I do not care for it. The only
Yeah.
ones that I eat that are wild: deer, turkey, and beaver.
Okay. No squirrel. I like squirrel,
I
but
don't get enough squirrels around here to make a decent meal with.
it is a lot
Yeah.
of work. It's a lot of work for what you
It's
get
too
out of
much
it.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably weigh like what, a pound?
No.
Yeah, you talk about, maybe a leg quarter. You might get like a chicken leg quarter worth
You
of
may
meat
you
out
may
of
get
one.
like 1 or 2 ounces of meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well
It's
just
like a
buy some
quail.
chicken
Right.
leg quarters.
Just cup your hand. Put your hand in a cup, and
Hmm.
I would be over exaggerating saying that squirrel meat would fill that whole cup.
Yeah, it's like a quail. Hmm.
Yes. They're
I've
small.
I've I've seen people eat quail. I've never had it, but I've seen what a quail looks like
Quail's
in
good.
person.
Oh, I have tried eating
It's a
squid.
meal for one person
Quail.
if you have like two
I have
sides.
tried eating quail. It's good.
Mhm. I've
Not
had
quite
pheasant.
adobo.
Pheasant's really good.
Yep.
I love pheasant. My dad used to pheasant hunt, ringneck pheasant.
Nice
But
one.
My
beaver
bed.
are like alligator. You have to clean all the fat off of them.
Uh,
I've never eaten either one of those things. Beaver
I've
or
never eaten
alligator.
beaver, but I've had pheasant probably like 6 or 7 times
Bird,
in my
I got
life.
one more big beaver out back that I've been trying to catch, and he's trap smart.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to have to sit on the edge of the bank and wait for him for 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, he's really,
What you're
really
gonna have to
wise,
do?
but
You're
he's
gonna, you're gonna have to
big.
camp out in your backyard.
This beaver is every bit of 60 pounds.
Wow.
It's a
Wow, that's
huge,
great.
huge beaver.
Hmm.
And the pelt is solid black. And I want him in the worst way.
Really
What?
chasing that tail.
You know what about
Yeah.
beavers? Everybody thinks they're cool animals and stuff, but they actually ruin rivers.
Yeah.
Well,
They do.
we've got a small channel that runs
Earthquakes.
behind my house here. And he's actually built a dam on the county section of it. Now, I've tried to work with DNR on this, and they won't do nothing about it. Well, I've got 10 acres here. The house sits on the front half of the section, and then the channel, and then the rest of my property. Well, I can't get to the rest of my property in the back because the water has now spread wider and deeper. So the only way to do it is I'm going to have to get rid of the beaver, and then I'll go down late at night and knock that beaver dam out.
Yeah. I've only seen beavers a couple times in like real life.
Oh, gee.
Good
I
night,
love
La
OG
Lobs
Brenda.
T9.
Good night,
Tina.
Nanabs. Don't spell check.
IOG.
Yeah,
OG
OG
brand,
likes
brand.
Popeye's chicken.
Original gangster
Everybody's
brand.
talking about food, man.
Brad, he used to live
He's
rough.
he's all into the brand.
Everybody talking
You know,
about food.
like bran flakes or like bran in your cereal. I'm thinking that's what it is.
Yeah.
Bran maybe. I'm into some bran. I like me some bran in my cereal.
Did go
Tiger
like a
Woods
wood
for a
too much.
rematch.
And then
Tiger Woods
OG. Yeah.
go beat me no matter how many times I rematch him. Now wait, so Brett, is that you, Brett, in there?
Yeah.
Not a, oh man,
You're
okay.
not wrong.
Yeah, then I go
I'm
not
slow.
a singer because
I'm slow.
I'm like giving Filipinos crap because I'm like I don't sing anymore and they want me to. I used to do karaoke and you keep bugging me to sing and I go I'm not a singer. One of those ladies panel like 3 days ago or something and I go I'm not a singer.
I just finished doing a
She
bunch
sings
of
almost
singing.
all the time on her streams.
I
Timmy,
stopped singing.
Timmy, I sing Tagalog and everything when I go up in the panels and sing. Yeah, but
Yeah,
sometimes-
we heard you
Yeah, you
sing.
sing Tagalog song. Yeah, we heard
Yeah.
I'm
you.
sorry for that chasing tail. I'm sorry for that.
Hello, Bobby.
They want me to do it though.
Yeah.
Hey,
Look,
See,
nothing against you, Bird. It was
You're-
great. I enjoyed it. I had
Hi,
a good
Rob.
time.
Yeah, it's just not for everybody.
Here's one thing about
Exactly.
it. If he butchers
I have
English,
a
he'll definitely
specific
butcher
audience.
Tagalog.
Specific audience.
But I won't hold that against you, Bert.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
There's
Yeah,
one thing you don't want to sing in Tagalog because he hasn't even mastered English yet.
I just do it to be a good sport. That's all, Chasing Taylor. I'm fully aware that.
That's what it's about.
Right.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. But I also respect those who don't sing. I'm a go with the flow kind of guy. So,
Yeah.
you know, if
that's-
everyone's jumping off the cliff, here we go, baby. Let's jump off that cliff.
Yeah,
I'm good,
not,
Rob D. How are you? Thank you for coming in.
I'm not the one to make your ears bleed and your nose bleed and your eyes bleed, so I won't sing. Because I'll have you bleeding out of every orifice that can bleed, so.
I don't know about that. I mean, you want my mouth, my butt.
Whoa.
Listen, when I sing, it'll happen.
Whoa.
Oh, I know what Richard's going to sing. It's a nothing song.
That's the only one I can sing very good.
Nothing.
You
There's
can do some nursery
nothing.
rhymes very good. Because
I
everybody
was
can do
like,
those good.
we're on a panel. It's like,
Like
okay,
Itsy
the
Bitsy
host
Spider
asked them to
roll your
sing.
boat,
And then he
down
said,
on a farm.
and then he said, you know the song Nothing? And then the host said, okay, sing it. And then he
Nothing.
became quiet. He quiet.
Timmy's a
Literally
good
quiet.
singer.
And then the host said, where's your song now? Why are you not singing? I said, you didn't heard what he said. He sing nothing. That's
Yeah.
a song.
I'm going to sing
Silent.
nothing. And they're like,
Yeah.
what is it? They're thinking the song title was probably nothing.
Listen.
Yeah.
This is what she was saying. I was up on a panel and they wanted me to sing. I said, okay, the only song I know is Nothing. Now you got to really listen. And then the stream went silent.
And no one gets it.
The
I
host
only keep
came
on
back
nothing
on and
about
said,
it.
are you going to sing? I said, it's done. Didn't you hear it? And they say, hear what? I said, nothing.
And that's where I keep on laughing. I cannot
It
stop
was
laughing. You
nothing.
cannot get.
There was no song, no music, nothing.
Mhm.
But the stream was silent for about a minute.
That's hilarious.
And I was laughing silently. I was like, I off my mic. And also, because the host kept asking me, where's your song now? Why are you not singing? And I was like, didn't you hear it? He said nothing. That's what you should answer, Kuya Brett.
There you
Yeah, I
go,
already
Brett.
said
When
don't
they
sing.
want you to sing again, tell them you got the perfect song for them.
Mhm.
It's called Nothing.
Yeah.
And
I'll
see
say
if they catch it.
just sing a song, Brent. Who cares? Why not? Sing a song.
No. And I used to sing, but I was like, no, they want me to sing, and everybody on YouTube always goes, man, it was so good. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You think I sing good?
bet it was
Like,
That's what they
They-
do. That's what they do.
they don't want to
I
be mean to
always
you, so they say
experience
it's
that.
good.
They'll be like, oh, your voice is so great. And I'm like,
Yeah, you sing really
Yeah.
good. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's what. You know, you don't sing so well. And they will tell you, oh, you do it good. Like,
You know, and I'm like,
Stop
you
lying.
sure? I'm not tone deaf.
You know
over
how
here.
much that.
I go,
I
I
just
go,
be
"Will you hear
quiet.
me?"
I don't say nothing.
But my thing is, I go, did you guys hear the song right?
But
Are you
Kuya Brett,
guys
you can
deaf?
also,
Are you guys?
you can also,
What's going
Kuya
on?
Brett, when they ask you to sing, you can also tell them, you know, the sound of silence song.
Yeah,
Then you just keep
the
quiet.
sound, silence, the song. Yep.
Yeah, the sound of silence.
can I tell you something, Timmy? Now, even though I know people are lying to me, I still need that reassurance because nobody ever says anything nice to me. So if I gotta sing and then be lied to and make a fool of myself, I'm okay with that, Timmy. I'm okay with that. That's fine with me.
He'll take it even if they don't mean it.
I'll take it. I've been
Yeah,
hard to
because-
They said I was
Yeah,
great.
because they also want you to make you feel good.
And here's
Yeah.
one
You
thing:
have a
you
good
get a
voice.
halfway decent singer. You get a halfway decent singer on YouTube. Everybody's like, "Man, you should try out for American Idol." What are you talking about? The guy is only an average singer. You tell me,
I've always wanted to try out for American Idol. I don't care. I
As
just want
what,
to
a
see what they
comedian?
say. I go up there and sing something that I know I can't sing. I'll be
Oh, I want to be there for that.
and I
Well, I don't know if I want to be
will
there for that. Really,
always
do you
love
want to see the
you.
have your ears hurt? My ears might hurt after.
Love you.
I'll be all hear ringing in my ears.
You're
All right, Bird. All right, Bird.
I'll be
Yeah,
dancing,
that's enough. Bird. That's enough.
dancing and everything.
You've
What?
been
Can you make me some chicken Alfredo?
you got the X already.
Oh,
You can
then
make some, OG. You tell us what
You know
how's
the
the
X
base
like
after
they
that.
do on America's Got Talent.
Yeah, and then you get a black sign.
I
You
feel like
cannot.
they might pass me through just for for the views. They might pass me through for the views.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
they're
the
like
first
America's Got
stage,
Talent.
yeah.
Not all of it.
For the views.
The very first song, you got to have a medium ochre song.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I could sing something that maybe get me through.
You gotta have something that has some twang in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Some
yeah.
southern drawl.
That's usually what
Sing something that would be easy to sing like old slow country.
some Garth or some
No,
something
yeah, I mean
like
I'm
that.
not going way back. Some
Hank.
Conway Twitty or some freaking Merle Haggard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something they ain't heard a lot of.
No.
Jimmy can
Yeah.
get little
Like
Jimmy. He be
Waylon
invite.
Jennings, don't
Oh,
let your
get him,
baby
OG.
grow up.
When a Ford or a
Cowboys.
Chevy still lasts
Whatever
10
it's called.
years like it should. Bow, 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 bow.
Mhm.
Are the good times
Yeah.
But,
really
Kuya
over?
Brett,
This is what happens when you have more than 3 kids in the house. You always got that one.
What is it? Is not as bright as the other two? That's what's gonna happen. The chances are you have 3 kids, you get one that's not as smart as the other two.
No, you always get one
Because the more
that's a
kids you
smart
have,
ass.
the higher chance you have of having one that's not very smart. The probability here, you're gonna have one that's not smart. There's gonna have to be.
It's just a joke. That's
can't
all.
have all
It's a
smart
joke.
kids. You can't have all smart kids.
no, Kuya Brett.
I love
One
you
that
to
is
death,
quiet.
Bird.
Thank
One
you.
that is quiet.
Me too.
One that is
Me
always
too, Chasing
complaining.
Tail. You ain't saying
Yeah.
nothing wrong. You ain't
Yeah,
saying nothing
one that's
wrong.
not too bright. There's always the kid that's not too bright. I've seen families that are the example, a couple of families that have multiple kids, and they always get the one that's not too bright. He always does dumb crap on his bike, or like dumb crap on his skateboard, or like he's the one that's getting hit in the head with a baseball bat because he's getting
Jumping
too
off
close
the
when
roof.
they're playing wiffle ball and he gets hit in the head.
But
You know?
there was like a whole group of us that acted like that. Like that was more likely that what you were gonna be than not be.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
you
know.
can't blame it on you grew up as a little kid watching Jackass.
We got
Oh, I already received a news. Richard, that the Typhoon Betty gets into Philippines.
Now, here's one thing. Why do they call with the typhoons like sweet old lady names? Sometimes like Betty.
Because they can
When
be very
when a
vicious.
typhoon,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Yeah.
vicious and strong.
Let me
So,
tell you
Philippines
something, Brett. Let me tell you a little story, Brett. Now, years back, my daughter used to play soccer. So I used to always take her to aerobics classes at the YMCA. To aerobics classes, one of them was a kickboxing class. And these classes were a bunch of, like these sweet old ladies. And man, you'd see them in kickboxing classes. They'd be doing these big, huge roundhouse kicks. And man, don't underestimate these sweet old ladies. They have a lot of years of strength built up in them.
And they're flexible.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's fine.
Just food for thought. So that might be part of the reason.
Yeah, but what I mean? It's like, well, we're going to name it Betty. What?
when it is a name Betty, if it is a woman's name, female
They always name
name,
really
it
clever, like
is
kind of
very
catchy
vicious.
names.
very vicious and strong.
Yeah, I mean, they're not calm and sweet. They're a hurricane or typhoon or any natural disaster, tropical storm.
Hurricane is another term for typhoon.
Well, in typhoons, what they call it in Asia, and then in all the other countries, they call it hurricanes.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the same thing. It's
It's
like
the
a it's
same
like a,
thing.
like a water spout. It's like a
Mhm.
well, I call it like a hurricane is like a water tornado, pretty much, but like bigger in like diameter. Because tornadoes usually like about a mile and sometimes up to I think like
Is
a
it
mile
going to
in
make
diameter.
landfall?
Tornadoes.
No, no,
I'm
I
just
just
gonna have to shout BT and see how the wife is doing.
yeah.
I don't know, straight eagling, but yeah, like I watch a guy who's he was on that show Storm Chasers years ago. Reed Timmer. I watch a lot of his streams, or not the whole thing. Sometimes he's streaming for like freaking hours and hours. He can be streaming for like 6, 8, 10 hours. When he streamed that
And
storm back in December where they got like 70,
yeah, it
75
will
inches of
hit
snow.
it will hit in Central Luzon, especially Batanes.
Yeah, but I watched
So
like
that's the
maybe about eight
upper
hours of it.
end of the
Yeah.
islands or the middle of the islands?
No,
It's
most of them hit Luzon and
it's
like
it's
uh
central. It's
Cebu.
that's what I told you the last
Hmm.
time. That's where
Oh,
I
Yeah,
go to. It's in Batanes.
they
It
they
is
seldom,
really
from
in the
what I know,
beginning
by
of
talking to
the Luzon.
people that live there, they very seldom hit Manila.
Okay, Timmy, I pulled this up for you just to clear. I mean, it's what Brett said, but here's what the internet has to tell us. Okay, a cyclone is any mass of air that spirals around a low pressure center. It is an organized collection of thunderstorms embedded in a swirling mass of air. In general,
Mm.
both typhoons and hurricanes are tropical cyclones, but differ in their locations. The
Hmm.
Yeah.
difference between hurricane and typhoon is that tropical cyclones in the West Pacific, meaning your area, of course, are called typhoons, and those in the Atlantic Ocean is the ocean on our East Coast, like
Hmm.
Florida. Okay, those in
Yeah.
the Atlantic and East Pacific Ocean are called hurricanes.
Hmm.
It's the longitude that matters. So
Yep.
Mm.
that's some more wordy. I don't know. I want to
Hmm.
make more
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah.
Something
Because in
simple,
Asia, it's always
confusing
gonna be
for you,
called a
Timmy.
typhoon anywhere in
all
Asia.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
is I don't miss them.
No,
For in case anybody needed to hear that, that's the
they
long-winded.
they miss you though,
Yeah, I could imagine.
literally.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a nature's
Yeah,
flow, so we
it's
cannot.
like that's one of the most unpredictable things. That's why like this
Yeah,
Reed
that is
Timmer is so
unpredictable.
fascinating to watch it. He gets so excited because
It is
Mother Nature is
inevitable.
exciting to watch, and he has that the Dominator 3 that he can drive right into like a Category 3 freaking tornado and sit right in the middle of it and it won't do anything. It's just
Yeah.
it's like I think it's like a pickup truck or an SUV that he put all these like panels on and modified it heavily so he can just drive right into a freaking tornado.
You know, when I was in
Category.
Florida, I went through Hugo. Hugo was really bad. Catherine was real bad. There was one other one that was real bad,
Yeah.
but you would go to sleep and you would wake up praying that your roof was still on the house.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, they've had some hurricanes. I know people that live in Florida. You probably know them too. It's Faye and Ed.
Yeah,
Talking about
they're
Ed
up.
and Faye.
They're north of
Daytona. They're right in Daytona Beach.
Daytona. Yeah,
Yeah, they live like maybe I don't know, not even that far from the Speedway. I mean,
I was in between Daytona and Fort Lauderdale
oh, okay.
or Miami, because West Palm area was the main area,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
towards the end I lived closer to Faye.
I know some other people live there too. Like who the hell is it? Happy Gong Gong lives in Florida. You know who she
Oh,
is? Yeah,
Happy Gongo.
Gong Gong lives there. There's probably some other people I know that live there too.
I'll
I
try
know a lot of
Portage,
people.
Florida.
He used to
Hmm.
live there.
But
What's
I
that?
wouldn't want to live in Florida or the freaking
He
Gulf
said he
Coast
used to live
or anywhere in the
in
Gulf.
Florida.
Screw that.
I will deal with snow rather than hurricanes. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
well, snow you're only in danger if your car loses control pretty much,
Or
or
your
someone
heat
else
goes
hits you,
out.
or your
Do
power.
you get tornadoes up there, Chasing Tail?
Very seldom, but they do occur.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I actually filmed a tornado once off my porch. It was pretty cool.
Hmm. I've seen people get tornado warning sirens when he was like, um, I think he might have been live and he got a tornado warning siren.
Yeah.
I think it was Darren's Travel. Darren's Travels got a. He also a channel called Darren's Harley Vlogs. But
All I know is this year has been extremely unpredictable.
yeah,
Yeah.
We've
It's the
had
only
what?
thing I haven't seen my 2 eyes in real life. It's a tornado.
I mean, you don't want to see one.
What, a
well, you
tornado?
don't want to be
Yeah,
near one because you can't run
Yeah.
fast enough to get out of the way of a
you
tornado.
can't drive fast enough to get out of
No,
the
Guys, thank
way.
you for starting.
Yeah, they're real
no,
unpredictable.
yeah, and they can pop up anywhere. If you see like a funnel starting to go down and touch the ground, get the hell out of there
Yeah. Oh, and then you'll see
fast.
when you go through a place that had tornadoes hit, you'll see like one building's leveled to pieces, and there'll be a few that look like nothing, then a few more that are leveled to pieces. Like it's real hit or miss, Timmy. Like
Sometimes,
yeah, yeah.
but the one that was like a couple years ago that I think it was a couple years ago that hit Kentucky,
What
flattened the whole freaking
the only
town.
thing I saw that is worse is that last time the earthquake in Turkey.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well, the
It's
reason why I was in Turkey
really
too is
bad.
like um, yeah, that was a bad earthquake and everything, but a lot of their buildings aren't quite built as good as like United States in most places United States. So they took a lot more damage than in the United States. It would have been bad too, but not quite as bad.
yeah. Turkey's
Would you
old.
rather
Yeah,
to me
Turkey's
visit
really old. The
tornado? You
buildings
must
are like falling apart already. Like not the bad. Like that. That's why like in the United States you can get like a 7 or 8 earthquake and it'll do a lot of damage, but not as much as it will do in like Mexico or Haiti or Peru or Turkey.
Or where I live, my place would crumble. You know,
Yeah,
trucks drive
well,
by.
most places would crumble on it with like an 8 earthquake, but you know what I mean.
Trucks drive by, and I worry about this place
Mhm.
collapsing,
You
Timmy.
know what the worst after death you can get? It's that earthquake that triggers a tsunami. That's the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah, there's still some old buildings here, Timmy. It depends. Like out west is pretty new, but the East Coast and the
Hello,
Midwest,
Kurt Kasprik.
we got
Thank you
some
for
old
coming
crap
in.
out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got some old crap out here.
Brother Sean, good morning.
Yeah, well, I watched the guy on YouTube. I'm actually subscribed to him. He did that whole
Sometimes I
um,
read
snowstorm in
Joseph.
Buffalo in like late November. He filmed it for like 2 days straight or something because he would take naps. He would be up for like 8-10 hours, take a nap, and then do it. And what he does is he works for AccuWeather, and then they fly him to like these
Wild
kind of
stuff.
places, and then he
Hello, Kurt
drives
Kasprik.
in his
Hi,
car
Kurt.
to
Thank
chase
you
the
for
storm,
coming in.
kind of.
Yeah,
So, but
Buffalo's
sometimes
getting
he
hit.
drives along like interstates and stuff to chase them too.
Buffalo gets hit with that snow, though, man.
Yeah, but what Buffalo though is if you look at it, it maybe get hit with a lot of snow, but it's not like getting hit here. If we got like 6 inches, it sucks because there's hills everywhere,
Uh huh.
I don't
and
mess
it makes it
with
worse.
tornadoes.
Buffalo's pretty flat, but
Yeah.
they did get
Yeah.
like 76 inches in like 48 hours or
Yeah,
something.
it ain't no joke out there. That's for
No,
sure.
but
Now
they're also
I ain't never
prepared
been
too.
out west.
They
I ain't
have
never been
salt
out
and
west.
sand.
Yeah, I ain't never been out west, but Buffalo, man, they were getting
Yeah, but
hammered,
it's
dude.
more flat. If you look at, I was watching him stream, and he was like right by the little city that's like right south of Buffalo, and it was pretty damn flat.
Sean
Not
Williams,
many
shout out.
hills, and he was traveling. He was traveling all around, maybe like in like a few mile radius. He was traveling around.
How many feet of snow do you guys usually get?
We usually only get maybe no, not every winter we even get snow. Some like we like this last winter we only got maybe about maybe an inch and a half total, and then we had like
Kuya
3
Brett.
different
And
snowfalls.
that's worse. That's worse than Buffalo, is what you're saying?
No, but what I'm saying though is if we were to get like 6 inches of snow, it'd be worse in Buffalo because there's hills everywhere. You know what I mean? Because Buffalo's flat, pretty much.
All I know is wintertime is baby making time.
Yeah.
Baby making
I don't know,
Gotta
Brett.
stay warm.
I think I'd have to see it. I'd have to see it.
Yeah, because we get when we get 3 inches, and then they close down some of the hills because you can't get up
We
them.
got a lot in Detroit.
You
Yeah.
can't get up them.
And
Kurt
go
has
north.
fixed it.
Come up where
Yeah.
I'm at. You'll
Shout
get a
out.
lot.
Shout
Yeah.
out Detroit. Yeah. Yeah, Detroit, y'all on the wrong side. Y'all on the wrong side of the lake to get all that lake effect. But, you know, off Lake Erie, because our lake effect comes off Lake Michigan, and it's not as bad. Like for me, the worst places for snow usually is around like upstate New York, Buffalo, sometimes
Minnesota,
like Cleveland.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. Yeah, and it gets so cold too. North Dakota, Wisconsin, or Minnesota. all
North
that.
Dakota gets freaking cold. That's where
Oh,
John
man.
Baker, who was in the stream earlier, used to live.
Yeah, it gets cold out there.
He
I
was
mean, it
born
gets
in
cold.
North Dakota.
It gets cold here too, but it's not the same. It's not the same as
No.
Minnesota and
Well,
stuff.
we're complaining about like that states. Go to I've never been to Alaska. We'll go to some parts of Alaska, like what they call Barrow, but there's actually a like Native American name. They stay light and like for part of the year all
They didn't
day
get
long,
shirt this.
all day
this-
long.
What? They didn't get shirt.
I watched the guy's vlog. He
Yeah,
got
but
stranded
That means
up
they
there.
didn't get a lot of snow, Timmy.
Mhm.
Huh?
But Alaska, the guy got stranded up there, and there's only one flight going in and out, so they had to cancel the flight because they had to fly around 3 times. They just canceled it, so you had to wait another day to take the flight. There's only one flight going out of Barrow. Barrow's like the northernmost city in the United States.
Sounds cold.
Yeah, it is. And they were having. I looked up like a week and a half ago. They were having like 19 degrees Fahrenheit in May
19 degrees.
Yeah, that's
How many
about right.
Celsius?
for like their low, and then they're having like
Hang on,
42 or
I'll
something
show
for their
you.
high.
Northern Michigan get way more than we
Yeah.
did. It was crazy. We get 12 inches and we got rain one day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right, Kurt. That's right. I had friends in Cadillac, Michigan. They were getting more snow than us, but we still get a
That is a
decent amount
beautiful
sometimes. Some winters are pretty bad for snow here. You know, we get some blizzards. Sometimes we get up to 3 feet of snow and stuff like that. You know, for sure, for
Wow,
sure.
yeah.
But
Most of the experience, I think it's like a foot and a half.
lately, it's just not the same as it used to be. But
I
some
live in
years are still
Spokane, and
bad.
they got like more snow than here, but I think at most there's like a
Amazing
foot and a
state.
half.
Isn't it?
So it's on the
Oh,
ground
well,
for like
even it is.
almost
Yeah,
40
I
In
days.
love
every state,
Michigan.
there's a pros and cons, I guess.
I love Michigan.
It's negative 0.2, Timmy, in Celsius.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have all the fresh water. Oh, there's a lot of salmon.
They have a
there's
lot of lakes.
salmon, yeah. The Great Lakes are,
Salmon.
Timmy, the Great Lakes are like, they look like an ocean. It looks just like the ocean, but it's fresh water.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They're deep too.
Yep.
That's right where I'm at.
They're
Yeah.
really deep.
What lake are you on, Chasing Tail?
Lake Superior.
Yeah, Lake Superior, like, is always cold too, Timmy.
Yep.
Always cold. Lake Michigan will get warm enough to swim in. Lake, you
So
can
we said
swim.
this, we could tunnel in the snow.
If you drowned in Lake Superior, the water is so cold that you will not float.
Yeah,
Huh?
Your
yeah,
body will sink.
Oh, wow.
yeah. Lake Superior is brutal.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of boat wrecks back in the day.
Isn't that the
Edmund
one where?
Fitzgerald?
Yeah, the Edmund Fitzgerald by what's his name? That died like a few weeks ago. Can't think of his name now.
The mighty Lake Superior.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Yep.
He passed away recently, like earlier this month. Yeah.
This day
Like on my channel, a lot of my fishing content on there is from Isle Royal. Isle Royal is the northernmost point of Minnesota and Lake Michigan.
Okay.
Oh.
Lake Michigan
Is-
actually divides through Isle Royal.
Oh,
So when we go up there fishing, we have to get two licenses. One for Lake Superior, one for Michigan.
Oh.
That's interesting.
And the only way to get there is by boat.
oh yeah.
If you've seen his videos, Kuya Brad, he had got a video when he was in what's that Royale? Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Chef Jack, thank
And
you
they
for
actually
coming.
transport moose in there and wolves for the ecosystem.
Uh,
They can surf there. They have 20 feet waves. What?
20-foot
Huh?
waves.
See lake
mhm.
and there's
Yeah, big
waves.
waves sometimes, and yep. This is more like an ocean than it actually is a lake.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Timmy. Okay, so these are the Great Lakes. All right, down at the bottom. Wait, let me see if it'll.
I'll put you in a solo layout.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yep.
Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota.
You
Yeah,
see all
West. Some
those
will go into
lakes
Wisconsin.
on the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
right by my blue dot? All those lakes that look like they're connected.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the Great
By
Lakes.
Shady
These,
Glen.
Mm.
Yeah.
look at all those. Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna zoom it out. I'm gonna zoom it out so you can see what it looks like compared to the whole United States. Wait.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a lot of water. Yeah.
There's a lot of water.
It's hard to
A lot
get
of
to
damn water.
focus, but
Don't
It
don't they
is.
call well, isn't it Michigan one of them the land of 1,000 lakes or something?
that's Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. Minnesota has a
All
lot of
right,
damn
Timmy.
lakes.
Land of
You
10,000
can put me
lakes.
back
Yeah.
regular now.
Whatever it's called. Yeah, there's a lot of lakes in that place. Hell of a
Take
lot.
care, everyone. I have to the grocery and what is
Look
it?
at just look at a map that shows all the lakes of Minnesota, and you'll
Take care,
see
Shady
a
Glenn.
lot
Here,
of them.
Shady.
I'm very
Thank you for
haggard. I'm very
thank you for
haggard today,
hanging out
Timmy.
with us today. Why are you very hungry today?
I'm very
It's
haggard
Tuesday.
because I haven't taken a shower today and I didn't sleep enough last night, so I'm very haggard today.
Oh, we're about to end as well. Oh, wow, guys, we reached 3 hours.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you for all of you here.
You're welcome, Mrs. Timmy.
Yeah, Kuya Brad, we're about to end. It's 12:32 a.m. in my time. So
Yeah, you could probably you gotta go to bed.
Thank you,
You can hurry up to
everybody,
work
for
tomorrow.
coming in.
thank you, everybody. Beer, thank you so
Hey
much.
guys.
Be
Yeah,
able to make it today.
you guys got to learn about the Great Lakes a little bit too.
Yeah, we got to learn about your crazy shenanigans with the robberies, drugs.
Not me. I didn't do the right. I don't do that.
No.
I'm not a criminal.
No, you're telling us stories about your buddies and stuff, though.
Yeah, family members.
Or
Family
future
members.
fan, or
Maybe next time we'll do a story time.
Yeah.
story time with Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some more crazy stories. Well, what's he gonna come up with next?
Yes, I do not endorse any kind of criminal activity, guys. None.
Not yet, anyways.
I do not. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I wish we should have this for the kiddies. Get some kids in here, and then scare them all off.
Wow.
Timmy gonna scare everyone off if she puts me on that big picture again.
You're showing something you need to do on the solo day.
Yeah.
Tatay Mako, thank you for staying in, Tatay. Okay, guys, we're about to end. We reached 3 hours break.
Yep, 3
Thank you
hours.
so
Okay.
much.
Thank you,
out.
guys.
Kuya Brett.
Yep.
Thank you, Richard. I would
You're
love
welcome,
to see what's at the
Sis
bottom
Timmy.
of that thing.
Woo, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dive, Kurt
Yeah,
Casper.
but I'm gonna say bye to everybody. Bye, Bird. Bye, Sis Timmy.
Bye,
Fun.
Kuya Brett. Thank
Bye,
you for
bye,
joining
Richard.
us.
Love you, Sis
Bye.
Timmy. Nice talking to you, Bird.
Bye.
Bye, everybody in chat. It was fun. I am out.
Bye,
Me too,
Kuya
guys.
Brett. Yeah,
Love
thank
you all. Bye. Bye, Timmy.
Bye
Thank you.
bye. Take care there. Enjoy your day, everyone. And Kurt Casper, thank you for coming in. Tatay Mako, Shady Glenn, and who are other else here earlier? Lalab Sinay, thank you for joining us tonight. Lalab Sinay, Chef Jack, thank you. And who else? Brother Sean Williams, thank you. Choosing Tail, thank you as always. And OG Bron, thank you. Sisi Franceschi, Shady Glenn, take care. And who else? Rob D, thank you so much, Rob D. And all of the others here earlier, Leon, Sir Clyde, and everybody. Thank you so much for coming in. Much love to everyone. Bye bye.